Finally!
And yes, we have our
Finally!
games.
Hell yeah! Okay, we are now into the draft, like you pointed out. Let's take a look at the bands because there are some interesting bands going
Oh
through.
boy, I still hate Karma. I have to put it there.
Pepe
Karma
Love.
doesn't exist as anything but a damage support.
Why? You know
Okay,
what?
not really damage. She does more utility with that Athene's Unholy Grail as well. And then NYP, that heavy focus on Caitlyn coming back again. We've seen Caitlyn being put to great use in NYP's game. The first and the third game where NYP beat SP, that Caitlyn was pivotal in playing that safe backline ADC, as well as getting a very strong early game lead.
Yeah, I still stand by my, how you say?
Graves is useless?
No, no, not Graves is
Oh,
useless. We don't see Graves, but you know, Caitlyn is still, in my opinion, the strongest blind pick AD carry you can go for
definitely.
right now. The only issue I see here is the fact that Ashe is something that might be answered in Caitlyn. We also see the Jin come into Caitlyn as well from other regions, but you know, we will have to see what comes through. And you know, I think Twitch chat was saying that why is he saying that Caitlyn is good now when he was saying Caitlyn was trash in the qualifiers? And the answer really comes down to the meta changes that we've seen over the past few patches. Obviously, the meta has, you know, remained sort of in team fights. I would argue that now with 10.16 coming through and the buffs to Jax and Fiora, I think you can now go for a 1-3-1 or a 1-4 composition. But all these champions, the different champions that are coming up and going down in priorities and strengths. And what do you think are some of the champions that we can look to see now, or what are some of the champions that we wouldn't want to see because the meta has really phased them out?
So the champions that we don't want to see. I mean, you mentioned Caitlyn is one of the champions that came up, but
Yeah.
and on the reverse side, Varus is one of the champions that went down. We have seen some for the polys really focus on that Varus a lot, just making sure that Varus, a strong early game champion, you do a lot of burst damage. But who is a safer early game champion? Caitlyn. Who has a better range advantage? You can play front to back easier. Caitlyn, and Caitlyn's just become the new Varus. You lose out your engage, but you have a bit more utility in forms of your trap as well as your 90 caliber net, so you can be a bit safer. It's more of a backline ADC instead of like hoping everyone groups up around you.
Yeah, that was quite the mouthful, Mr.
Yeah.
Terrence. And you know what else is a mouthful? Our wonderful TV7 pizza. Why don't you open up that box and show the audience what you're gonna eat for us this champion select. So please enjoy as we continue into the second phase of bands. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy that quite well. That's the last slice we have here. So
The thing is, some of you in the Twitch chat has kind of asked, where's Daryl Hungry Crust? We want Daryl Hungry Crust. But unfortunately, we don't have him on set, so I'm the next best thing right now because I'm hungry and I'm casting, so that works. But anyway, back to the draft before Spoots is still off the planet. So, Blitzcrank Caitlyn, this is extremely aggressive, and as soon as the Janna is picked, immediately you know Janna's defensive support is going to be very vulnerable. Blitzcrank. I prefer the trash for a bit more utility, more safety. But Blitzcrank is a very strong engaged champion, catch champion that can force the fights instantly.
can I point out this Aphelios was picked after the Blitzcrank was shown? That's an immobile ADC with relatively short range compared to Caitlyn and the Blitzcrank.
Now, if you think about it, if you hook Aphelios in and he has the right weapon for it, the Scythe, I believe.
Yeah, you know what happens?
So
he dies.
Yeah, I mean, he would die, but at least you can make a small argument for that.
Yes, 20. Let's go. The second best jungler after Elise.
We have a bit of bias here. I mean, some of us like spiders a lot more than
I don't
others.
know what that means. I don't know. I have no idea what you're
Cough,
talking
cough.
about. No idea what you're talking about.
So right now we see a very you mentioned a 1-3-1 comp. We see a Mordekaiser coming in,
Right.
probably top lane, and now we may see a Syndra locked in, and it is a Syndra locked in.
Right.
So I really hope that the jungler of NYP is going to be a tank. You mentioned Sejuani. I like Trundle into Sejuani, just stealing that resistance as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can go with other tanks as well. I've seen some Olafs, I believe, in the previous games of SGCL in the previous weeks. And there's also a very strong early game jungler. And we've seen early game is such
There's
a
an
big
early
thing.
jungler.
And there it is. So right now, what is the Temasek probably going to answer for their mid lane? We have, well, they really like their TFs. Maybe he's going for it. Oh,
No,
you
please.
see, I don't know. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that either.
Monka W point
Azir,
right
Azir,
timer
Azir, Azir,
0
Azir.
slash 16.
Ha? No, 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 you can't go that,
Oh
man.
yeah, come on boys. Mid Nunu, the new meta.
He's gonna swap, he's gonna swap. He has to swap, right?
No!
No satisfaction for you. Akali's been locked in and I do not approve of this.
Hey, off night, you owe someone KFC. Just that's
Yes,
all I'll
yes.
say.
I'll get you a KFC soon, man. Unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, KFC.
yeah.
You know,
Unfortunately, we do not have KFC on the set. We only have our very wonderful cheesy 7 pizza, which off night is slowly nibbling. Why don't you put it in
I
your
believe
mouth
this
and
is Hawaiian.
enjoy it? Well,
You
it's
know,
not very
alternate.
cheesy. I mean, it has cheese on it. It doesn't have 7 cheeses, but it's still cheese.
Yes,
So
a little
enjoy the
cheesy.
cheese. How about you give me some analysis on the cheese?
It's cheesy.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. It's cheesy. So let's production is laughing in the background. Cannot take
Oh
it.
boy.
But okay, let's focus on the matchup. We're all a little bit frazzled from the humongous pause that we had, but let's take a look at competitions, right? We do have Nanyang Poly. We saw that you said that this squad, right? They can play the 1-3-1 with the Mordekaiser, as well as I think with the Syndra, it can actually go for a little bit of 1-3-1 as well.
Yeah.
The 1-4 also possible to come through. What about Temasek Polytechnic? With this composition, what kind of style do you think that they really want to go for?
They have to go for skirmishes. I mean, you pick that Akali,
Mm.
but you look at our team comp, it's all team fighting. What is Akali gonna do? In this case, they have to divert to skirmishes. Akali needs the early roams in order to pop off, but I don't believe in Akali. Azil will be so much better. Or if you want to go even defensive, mid laners Galio, we've seen a lot of that. It's not bad out either. Oh boy, I don't really know what Akali's gonna do because an assassin, that's a melee assassin in particular, with it's not gonna cut through that dive front line. You're gonna try 1-3-1, I suppose. But your opponent is so much better at a sieging 5-man roam down. They have the potential for 1-3-1, but in this case with the Akali, you just stick 5-man, you're gonna win. Just avoid getting one more combo and you're fine.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? I'm surprised that we haven't seen the Jax or the Fiora come through because both these champions are super duper strong right now. I would like to see them in finals. Obviously, we're not going to see them this game, but they are very, very strong split push compositions. What I'm seeing from both these squads right now that while NYP, they're able to play 1-3-1. I think both these rosters, they want to go for team fights. And the thing about Akali is that it's a make or break champion. She's feast or famine. That this is something we've seen throughout the group stage. We've seen several Akali picks, come through. And you either do really well in the early game, you either disrupt the backline very, very well in the late game, or you just completely fall flat on your face and you are non-threat in the mid lane. You basically delegate all your pressure towards the ADC to give, and I think this is sort of okay now that you do have the Wukong in the top lane as well with that very strong ultimate that still can come through if the Monkey King falls behind. So this Akali, even though it will be really, really nice if she pops off and does very well for a team,
I don't
but it
believe
really
that's gonna
doesn't matter
happen.
that the Wukong and the Aphelios can pick up that slack as well.
And another thing to note is Akali is one of those. Akali doesn't really do DPS; he does burst. So right
Right.
now, your team of in TP, everyone is physical damage with the exception of Akali. I don't really count tanks as a lot of damage coming in, so not really accounting for Sejuani right there. But Akali is
AP
the main
Janna.
source.
She presses W and that goes 1/3 of your health bar.
You know what else will happen? Blitzcrank hooks you in, and your entire health bar goodbye.
Haha. I mean, if Blitzcrank hooks you in, if Blitzcrank is in the back line, you can insect everyone using
Oh, that's some
Monsoon.
500 IQ plays, man, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Probably won't.
It's, I mean, TP has the potential for some mega wombo combos, Sejuani to Wukong, and maybe you can clean up with Akali and Aphelios, but that's a bit of a tall order there. It's very hard to do this kind of mega catches. NYP is a more solid front to back comp. They have the split push option, but they don't have to exercise that since they're so much better at team fighting. So, I guess what I'm saying is, NYP?
Do you think NYP will win
This game at least.
this game at least? Well, I think, I might be biased. I'm
TP
obviously
fanboy.
biased, but hey now, Gerard's not here. If not, he'd counter it. But I think that TP, even though they can play macro, I think their micro and their team fighting ability is so good that I think it doesn't matter the 1-3-1. I think they will be not only able to answer that, but they will also be able to, counter it better with superior team fighting.
Okay, but there's on the flip side of that, we saw in the previous game that NYP has been dismantled in the second game
Sure.
just by high level macro plays. They just SP decided to play the map, and if they play the map in the third game, we could have been seeing SP versus TP. But in this case, NYP is a bit slower in the rotations. They might be more mechanically skilled than you, but their macro play is a bit lacking, to say the least. That's one of the points I have to bring up because I believe that's going to hurt them in the long run if they try. I mean, there's not much left in this Campus Legends. It's just this best finals, and we'll see who wins this. But not knowing how to play anything but Lane Kingdom hurts you a little. You are not flexible.
True.
But to give it to NYP again, Yone is just out. And Yone is banned also
Oh,
because by
no, they-
default. But you remember from, I believe, 2 years ago, it was TP Yone who won MVP. And now he can't play. So, NYP has the advantage, right?
Offline. Offline. Eat your pizza. Eat the damn pizza.
Tilting
Put it in
spoons
your
off-
mouth. Put it in your mouth. Eat the
Tilting spoons
pizza.
off the map.
Eat the pizza. Yeah, take the bite. Yeah, how's that bite? Take
It's
another
good.
one.
Come on, I need something to eat.
Take another bite of the pizza.
Spoons is this.
Eat the pizza. Wonderful. Look at this man enjoying his pizza. If you want to be like him, if you want to be this absolute chat with, what was it, 18.2 thousand karma on Reddit, you can do that.
I have no idea what
Buy
you're
yourself a
talking about.
cheesy 7 pizza, and you can be the next off night. We should be getting in a game very shortly. But for now, eat the pizza.
Spoons is not happy with my jokes today.
And when am I ever happy with your jokes? Come on.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So anyway, you're rooting for TP. I'm rooting for NYP this game. You have to see what Gerard thinks about this later as well when he casts the next set of games.
Gerard, what do you think of? He said he's thumbs down. But ladies and gentlemen, we are on to the rift for the Campus Legends 2020 finals, where the best of the best are now facing off. It's NYP versus TP. Let's get on. Let's get it going.
So the easiest thing I want to do if I was a NYP team, if I'm not going to do a invade, easiest thing I can do, Blitzcrank just hook the blue buff.
Blitzcrank just hooked the blue
It's a
buff.
very standard thing. If you have Blitzcrank, you just hook the blue buff
Yeah.
and ruin your opponent's jungle by like 5 seconds, maybe even reset it, just to annoy him, just a little bit. You know, standard stuff. And it doesn't cost you a lot, it just costs you 1 hook.
Fair enough. Right. We are seeing a bit of a spread coming through from NYP. Well, both these teams actually. I think there is a ward coming down from NYP onto the red buff, so they should have information that the Sejuani will be starting on the top side. Olaf should be matching on the top side as well, so both these junglers will be in the vicinity of each other at the start of the game.
No Blitzcrank hook for coming out then.
Wow. We can
So-
always send the Blitzcrank top in the, But yeah, I will point out that one of the things that, one of the TP representatives said to me when I spoke to them in the previous night is that, they really regarded SIM as their, as the highest threat for them.
And no, we don't have time for that.
Oh, yeah, the bot lane is going to whack each
man.
other just briefly. Limit testing going to about
Cheesy
50%.
placement.
Eat the pizza off, like put it in your mouth. As it's just gonna be a scuffle in the bot lane. But as I was saying, as Blitzcrank might be positioning for another hook, we'll just be threatening it. Will not actually come down, but TP, they really regarded SIM as their main threat, and now with that out of the way, I'm interested to see. Now they do also have the 1-0 up as Off-Night struggles with the pizza box. Would they be able to make anything off this? And it looks like they might want to try to do it. The hook will land onto the Janna. It's a level 1. The Ignite will be ticking down, but the Ophelios looks like he will be doing just enough to keep his support alive.
So that was a nice hook, and we've already seen Blitzcrank just multiple hooks. He's very aggressive, and now they're going for the blue bar.
Oh, he's not hooking the blue buff.
He's
No,
not
it's not
gonna
gonna
hook
happen.
it. Well. But anyway, like you said,
Right.
SIM was one of the hot contenders. Honestly, at one point I thought NYP was going to be the mini SIM squad. They are the micro intensive team, but they are weak
Sure.
on the micro. But NYP has shown that they beat SP, a team that is playing for the macro place, and well, that's what TP is doing as well. TP is a more macro based team.
Yeah,
So
I agree
whether
that.
they are able to pull this off a second time is another thing. Because both of these teams, they already fought and won against a team that specializes in their field. And right now, we might see a gang coming in. Whether it might...
Oh, Mid King. Mid King will support out Heart EC, and
And
the
nothing...
River will just back away now that Skull Crab has been taken away. Mid lane will have to be a little careful. Kali's already on 50% health here. Scatter of Weak will come down. Just a little bit of poke. The Sejuani turning around like, are you serious right now? And he
He's
just walks away.
He's so Sinjua
Yeah.
can't do much. Another thing I want to point out, I forgot
Sure.
to bring out is Sejuani's passive. It works well with melee mid laners and top laners.
True.
So you can apply a few stacks as we see. Oh, never mind, Olaf.
Well, more than
What
a few
happened?
stacks to be applied right now as Janna looks like will be caught out. The hook will land. The TP comes down. Both TPs are now here. Limit testing will go down. That's first blood onto the Caitlyn. And now
Goodbye, Wukong.
Akali is here. Oh, wait. Is that Wukong? Yeah, the
That's
Wukong
Wukong.
is here. Will get stunned up. I'm not sure if you want to take that TP. Mid King will pick up that kill. That's 1-0 on the
Noel
Olaf
is-
already. And the flash will be forced on the
Oh!
Aphelios. Oh, my word.
Oh!
Rocket grab. Just missing the mark.
That was so close. That was okay. Good timing. Good time reading by Aphelios. He didn't try to dodge. He just knew he can run out straight away. Perhaps. And now he went back to buy the call. He knew his laning phase is gonna suffer so much from that 2 kill.
Woo.
Oh man, TP is
Wait
just
a minute,
getting
wait a minute,
manhandled.
wait a minute. You gotta get out, Akali. Shuriken Flip will
He's
get her
fine,
to
he's
safety.
fine. But that's the thing, man. The micro-intensive team of NYP, they are now abusing TP.
Right.
Mid lane is winning a matchup that you mentioned Akali has to pop off.
Sure.
In this case, Akali is not popping off, and that hurts. As we go back to the replay, this is what happened at bot lane. Caitlyn is really, really low, but Olaf is already there. Why did they push it up when they don't have a strong
Why would you
bot
TP
lane?
there?
And then the TP was so aggressive.
Why in
I'm
the
gonna
world?
save my deal. No, wait. Oops, sorry. Sorry fam, I'm out. Wukong teleports straight into 4 members of the team, and there's nothing he can do. He assumes it's gonna be a 3v3. Nah, Syndra's following.
I have no idea why they went for that. It was questionable to say the least.
Desperation plays. They
I mean,
really want it.
desperation plays at 5 minutes in game. All right, man.
Oh no. I mean, this is NYP's game to lose. They have picked up a much stronger comp, in my opinion. A lot more potential engagers in that regard. That's the most important thing, in my opinion. There's not much you can do against a Blitzcrank. If he lands a single hook, it doesn't matter if Blitzcrank is useless at target. If he lands one crucial hook, you win the game.
I will point out, though, Akali is the one with the CS advantage at the moment, interestingly
Oh,
enough.
nice.
It's actually quite substantial considering the wave is actually pushed in towards her at the moment. So no chance in equalizing in the next 2 waves, at least for the Syndra right now.
I mean, to be fair, Syndra teleported bot to save the fight.
Fair enough. Well,
Fair.
Dragon is going to be started right now.
Sejani doesn't know.
Heart EC, hello, hello. The Dragon is being started up.
They might reveal
She's
it.
gonna try for the gank right now. It looks like she will go in.
missed!
The rocket
And-
grab will come down. This is 3v2 at least until the Olaf decides to join. But Syndra is pathing down as well, and Heart EC is in the back. I'm not sure if you want to be there right now. Lovell
no,
is
Lovell!
going low, but
my
they
God.
will just about get to safety. The disengage comes through. The axe will not connect, and TP they just back away.
Okay, so that was just so unfortunate. It's basically snuck under their nose. If the Sedrani went for Dragon, you have seen it coming.
Right.
And what's more, it's a 3v2 by TP. They tried to win the fight and they lost so badly. I mean, they might do something right here. Oh, look at this.
Sejuani's
Lowell
hanging
going
around.
so low.
Sejuani
That's
does not have ultimate, and the Syndra is in the backline. The ward right here should
They
be able to
want
catch
this
out.
fight.
But what's caught up is the Sejuani. Will get taken down. I Love Tofu
Delete
will pick up
button.
the kill. Will also get a double on to the Aphelios with that ultimate. The Janna is left to run away to tell the tale of what happened early on in the bot lane.
So right now, Akali is building up that 30 CS lead, but what is 30 CS to 2 kills and assists and making sure your bot lane is so happy right now that BF Saw is already up for Caitlyn. He's definitely going to cash in some more.
And here's the thing. They knew the Syndra was there. If you looked at the minimap before that fight started, the Akali saw the Syndra in that bot lane, actually tried to answer before returning into the mid lane. Now, there was definitely a lapse in communication there because obviously the information that the Syndra was near bot lane did not get passed on to the Aphelios, the Sejuani, and the Janna, and that really led to the kill there in the bot lane.
So I think it's a classic case of as soon as they disappear into a fog of war,
Doesn't
they
exist
don't
anymore.
exist anymore.
Yeah.
We only acknowledge things that happen in our field of vision.
Woo, pause.
And we
Okay,
see a pause coming in.
perfect. Now we can talk about, you know, a bit more about the match itself, because I think we were memeing a little bit in Champ Select. So let's get serious now. One thing, we went over the compositions, but we didn't really talk about win conditions. Where do you think we should focus on, right? Which lane would have the most impact, in your opinion, that might decide the outcome of this game?
I would say mid lane, but the thing is, we already saw how it went. I believe that Akali must roam. There's nothing you can do if you don't roam. You need to get early game powers just by either solo killing your opponent mid laner or roaming to make sure your ADC gets ahead. In this case, it's the top phase of Mordekaiser versus Wukong. I don't think it's worth ganking that lane unless you get something for free. But we saw how it went. Syndra had the drop on Akali. Syndra roamed before Akali.
Right.
The assassin couldn't match the mage,
What-
and that is the problem.
I would I would counter that with the fact that Akali was actually at the Tribrush before she returned to mid lane.
Oh man.
So she was actually there. She just said, "This doesn't deserve my attention." Leaves it alone, returns to lane, and next thing you know, it's your opponent laner is 2-0 and 1, has basically swept your bot lane. And okay, never mind, because the Akali did pick up the kill on the Syndra. Can we get a replay of that, please?
Okay, he at least did something. So, but right now it's still a 4-1 lead. But we bring up the replay.
Alright, we take that. We take that.
Take
It's 40
those.
CS up as well as the 1 kill now. Keep in mind the Akali did get the shutdown gold. But, okay, I'm not sure. Alright.
We're gonna see. Okay, this is what happened. So,
Right.
I'm happy farming, I'm happy farming, I'm happy farming, and
Oh, ultimate, I think.
it's gonna come in.
That's the ult, yeah.
There's the ultimate coming in. They execute everything. I believe that was Akali's ulti and Sejuani's ulti. And okay, nothing happened at bot lane. Nothing important to
Nothing
note.
important. Alright.
I believe Lowell got hooked in and he just took some damage. But, you know, he's still farming. He's fine.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It was a textbook Sejuani gank in the mid lane. Definitely should expect that when the jungler does hit the level 6. Oh my word.
That's a bit
These are
off.
very, very sketchy.
No, it's because when you get knocked out by
Yeah.
yeah, the vision just goes different.
Alright, well, we are going to see a little bit more action towards this bot side. At least we would expect a little bit more action towards the bot side. As
Oh.
both junglers are now towards this side of the jungle. Hard EC is here. I do not think NYP know that the Sejuani is around.
They have to suspect something.
Right. Keep in mind the Herald is up, right? So I'm not exactly sure why they're contesting towards bot side all this much, especially when the Dragon still has, I think, at least 2 or 3 more minutes before spawning.
Yeah, definitely. There's no objectives to be gotten unless you know, kills our objectives too.
Kills are objectives
just
too.
not that important.
Alright. Well, we are seeing the Sejuani being the first one towards the top side, so they should have a little bit more priority over the Rift Herald, which should go their way should the Wukong be able to get some sort of priority around the top side, because Akali is still continuing to push out the Syndra in the mid lane.
Oh, but there's one more problem about this is that even though Akali is roaming up to top, the thing about Mordekaiser is it's Mordekaiser. As soon as you try to gank Mordekaiser, it's a 1v1.
That's fair,
Doesn't
that's fair.
matter if you try to gank me. I'm just going to take this 1v1 myself and beat you down. So it's not exactly the worst situation for Mordekaiser if he gets ganked, and that's why you do not gank that top lane of NYP.
Doesn't matter though, because Akali has secured priority around the
yeah,
mid lane, so they
that's-
should be able to secure this Rift Herald without much issue. Keep your eyes on the Olaf to see what he decides to do in the coming minutes.
Moves. And then he's going to his Raptors. He doesn't suspect a thing yet. Or maybe they're just giving it up, but I don't really like giving it up when Dragon's still not up. They won't have priority over Dragon that much.
They will have
their-
priority
their bot
over
lane is
setting it up.
pushing. Yeah, they have priority over setting it up, but it still hasn't spawned yet. So right now, Olaf is posturing towards the bot side. They want to do something with this. Either get the Dragon, get the Aphelios.
Okay, here comes the hook rocket grab. Will
there
come down.
goes
That's a
so
huge
much
chunk of damage. The ignite is coming through
Oh,
as
no.
well. The ace in the hole
Teleport from
will
back.
get blocked.
Oh, skip.
However, and the teleport was not cast,
Okay, so
or
basically,
was not completed.
it's not completed. Oh, never mind.
Oh, here comes the axe. Oh my god, just got a flash and take it down.
Oh,
Now,
deep.
limit testing is the next one on the menu. The TP from
Oh,
the
no,
red team.
why
TP
you-
will come through. And it's going to be way too late. I'm Human will be the third one. Wait
No,
a
you
minute.
don't walk into him, Pichan.
All right, we'll get out. Will not get taken down. That was an interesting fight. And TP not having the best teleports this
Okay,
game.
so what happened to Wukong is if you notice at the top left,
Right.
Mordekaiser's ulti is on cooldown. As soon as he started TP, nope, you're coming with me, boy. And into the death realm we go. Unfortunately, nothing went with that, but at the very least, Wukong did not join the fight. That was crucial in keeping that Caitlyn alive. So Olaf 301, he's gonna be a big monster coming in.
Yeah.
We've seen some engages from Olaf, which oh no,
Oh,
never
we don't have
mind.
time for that as the Glacial Prison will come down. Pete-chan will try to get out. Heart EC will try to stop him, but will not be successful in doing so.
Double
And
TP.
now will go down. Now NYP, they're trying to turn it around. Both TPs coming through. Akali is here as well. I Love Tofu will try to chase him down. And Akali was not
Oh, miss.
sure. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Will they continue to chase? It looks like they are trying to do so. But TP, they disengage.
You
They
don't
will not
have
try for anything else.
DP, Temasek Poly didn't have their own teleport on their Wukong just because they were wasted with the Death Realm. And because of that, the double TP coming in from NYP, the Syndra and that Mordekaiser secured that team fight so cleanly. There's nothing much you can do about that. You have to know that you are outnumbered. Teleports is so important for that particular reason. At least it's all on cooldown now, so you have some time.
Yeah.
But, oh man, Aphelios 030, getting manhandled by the Blitzcrank Caitlyn combo, it hurts so much.
I mean, I don't know what he expected. He picked a immobile AD carry into Blitzcrank and Caitlyn, so
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Was Ezreal banned?
I'm not sure.
Ah man, Ezreal, maybe Tristana, but Tristana's out of the meta, so maybe not that. I guess they really trusted Aphelios to carry, but unfortunately it's not paying out well.
Yeah, absolutely is not paying out well as the Rift Tunnel will get stolen
Oh
away by
my
mid-kick.
God.
Heart EC
He
is
has
forced
to-
to run over
oh,
the wall
okay.
and will just about get to safety. Now
Lowell?
Lavelle is here,
Lowell?
the axe did land. LYZ, the
Oh
rocket grab comes
my!
down. Howling Gale will not do anything as Pichan is now on a killing spree with that last kill on the Aphelios.
So they are not allowing Lowell to play this game. He is 0-4-0, and he
Double
is
the
he's
goal.
4K goal, and
Just about
Caitlyn
double.
7. Oh boy. Everyone on the side of NYP has to be really happy. They're playing their macro style very well. Olaf and Caitlyn being the main beneficiaries of it is hard stomping on their opponents. Even though you're ceding a little to Akali, what is Akali going to do against your traps, against your Olaf, against your Mordekaiser, against everyone who doesn't care about assassins?
Yeah, and we saw in the previous fight, the answer is absolutely nothing. Now Heart EC is waiting in the shadows.
A little
It does have
aggressive, you know?
ultimate, but
Oh
will
my, that
completely
was
with
good, that was
Moonlight
good.
Vigil will also not land, but Pichan will get rooted up with the Gravitum Gum. The Akali is here as well, and the shutdown will go over to the Sejuani. I'm not sure if that's who you want the gold on, but TP, they're just gonna back away. They're not gonna commit.
That was a free kill for Aphelios as well. He should have gotten the kill instead. And
Wait a minute, they want to continue this mid
you
king.
want
Will
to
have to run
fight
away. I'm
Olaf?
human. Will just run him down. Oh my god, the rocket grab will not land. And it looks like the shutdown goal will now go onto the Akali. 2-0 and 1. Will they continue to chase on the JYZ? It looks like the answer is no. They're just going to back away. They're going to get some damage onto the turret.
NYP, what are you doing? You know you're strong at this point. You know you're gonna win every fight. You just don't take fights that you are not gonna when you don't have an advantage, right? Why do you do a siege with 2 members of your team? Just say you don't respect your opponents, and they're just giving out free leads back there. So Akali 2-0-1 right now. Aphelios, a bit of goal reset. He got an assist there, I guess. So even though he's still kind of far behind, he has a call to bring him back up to speed. In 18 more CS, unfortunately. So that might take a while more.
Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit, right? Because, you know, we had a few fun fights. But let's take stock of the situation. Obviously, the Aphelios is not going to come online anytime soon, right? This Caitlyn is far and away superior in terms of raw stats. So that leaves the Akali and, to some extent, the Wukong to be the main carries of TP's composition. At what point would you consider this enough to topple NYP? How far how many kills, how much gold does this Akali need to really be relevant in being able to 1v5 the side of NYP?
No, there's no such thing as 1v5 against an Olaf against a
Alright.
Mordekaiser. I mean, Mordekaiser just needs to ulti either Wukong or Akali every single fight, and
True.
they are very happy about that.
That's true, that is true.
There was a strategy I seen before in the a few years back when Mordekaiser has been first reworked. Because Mordekaiser is OP, but if you can't play Mordekaiser, the easiest strategy you can go for is Zhonya. You bring someone to Death Realm, use Zhonya, and they can't do anything.
5 hit. Oh my god, the rocket grab would
What?
not have landed, but it did force the flash of limit testing just to get under turret. The mind games coming through from NYP is wreaking havoc on the side of TP.
You have to be so careful, and a single misstep means a single member dead. Other than Sejuani, who might even fall through because
Yeah.
Caitlyn is so powerful right now with that Infinity Edge building towards that static shift. Not static shift. Storm Razors. Both of them do
Yeah.
lightning damage.
Both of them do lightning damage indeed. It looks like they are going to just concede the dragon. You saw Sejuani waiting in the wings for a little bit, but they are saying that we probably cannot contest this. We're just going to go for the Rift Herald. And TP is a team that really likes to fight around objectives, right? This is something that they've said themselves. It looks like they're just
Oh,
going to
they
fight
got-
on the Caitlyn. They're going to go in. Caitlyn
Good
is
flash
stunned up. Moonlight Vigil will not do anything. JYZ is in the backline, will not do anything as well. The Rocket Grab will land. And again, the
3v4.
Sejuani is in the front line, but she's pretty damn tanky right now. Now, the Wukong is also here. But the turret is there to
Oh!
back NYP up. That's a lot of damage. Lovell has slain the jungler. Rectangle will try to do something. The TP will come for TP.
Goodbye,
Kali has
Lovell.
joined the fight, rather, as Lavelle will go down to Rectangle. I'm not sure if I'm Human wants to continue this,
Rectangle.
but it looks like they might want to go for
Oh,
it, but
the
will
trap!
instead just about go down. Pichan taking that kill.
The thing about this is you have to be so careful, and unfortunately, he stepped on the trap.
Yep.
He could have gotten.
Quack, wow.
They basically could have won the fight for his team, but oh wow, good trap placement by Caitlyn. Not even seen by that Akali, the Unhuman. Unfortunately, goes down for that mistake.
Yeah, well, just a little bit unfortunate for the Akali, but let's break down this replay.
Okay, this was a good fight. A good initiate.
Sure.
They caught Caitlyn, but unfortunately they were not prepared for it. Lowell and Limit Testing a bit too far behind. Initial fight is still fine. They're going to win this 4v3 right now, but the problem lies when they overextend too much and they couldn't punish the opponents enough. They didn't focus their targets. If they aim Blitzcrank, they have won the fight. But because they try to kill everyone, everyone just dies slowly. We see that slow motion hook, unfortunately, but we know Rectangle got this. He's going to dunk Lowell. Okay, so Akali, here he's going to step on the trap. He doesn't even notice it until the moment. Over there, he walks up and he gets boom. That's gone. That's gone. That's just a single misstep. And
Teeny tiny misplays that basically dictated the how you say, the outcome of the fight. And we are seeing these little ticks of misplay coming through from TP. They definitely have to clean up their act a little bit. Perhaps rid themselves of the tilt in order to come back. But now NYP, they're on Soul Point. It's going to get increasingly difficult for TP. Sure, the goal is actually not as how you say, it's not, the goal lead is not that large for the side of NP as you might expect. When you look at the kills and the objectives. So TP are doing, what they can to sort of hold on to this game.
they're definitely doing what they can do to hold on to the game, but
Yeah.
NYP, they're already preparing for this. Look at the Caitlyn's item. He has a stopwatch just in case that Akali tries to assassinate him. He knows he's a high-value member of his team right now, and he can't afford to die. And
Oh, wait a minute. When you
this-
said unafford to die, can Heart EC afford to die? Looks like the answer is no as he flashes out and will dash away to safety.
that's a flash gone from your main engager, so he can't go in as deep as he wants unless he's just willing to sacrifice himself for that. That's gonna hurt a little. Right now, we see the Righteous Glory just built by that Blitzcrank. So NYP, they're just getting more and more engaged tools. They're willing to take this fight right into TP's face. And whether they're able to handle it or not is another issue because we already seen what TP's coordination looks like. Sejuani trying to clear a ward on his own, force the flash. You don't want to do this as a you don't want to give away your free summer spells. I mean, yes, it's 5 minutes cooldown, but it will come back up. But you don't want to give it away for free. They know Sejuani is not going to be as potent as engage for the next 5 minutes.
Absolutely the case. Now, Kali just gonna back away. I thought they were gonna go for a bit of a gang, but it seems like that is not the case. Would you think that TP is, would they be able to go for a fight right now? I mean, they are at a significant disadvantage in terms of gold and damage. Keep an eye on the Caitlyn. There's so much damage coming out just onto the minions. Nephelios is nowhere near online at the moment. How does TP, should they even go for a fight?
Oh boy, they have to. That's the problem. Their team relies so much on mid-game power, that Wukong coming online, that Sejuani, lockdown, Akali trying to assassinate the team. They almost did it in the previous fight, the one that the huge team fight that they lost, almost, and they need to pull it off again. But whether they're able to do it or not is a different thing because I don't think they can. They have to do it regardless. They have to find some miracle place.
Mhm.
But I don't know if they can do it.
Miracle plays. That is what it might come down to get TP back into this game. NYP with such a huge objective lead, with such a huge kill lead. Sure, the goal is only about 3k.
Dragons up. I
but it
love this
could
hero play.
just about balloon.
Come
if
on, guys, deal
NYP
with the
play
hero.
this correctly.
Oh, okay, good answer by TP. But this means that no matter what, NYP
You have
has
to
the
fight
edge
this.
on this.
They have, oh, but the dragon is going down so quickly. It's just gonna go down.
And
now
Ocean
TP is forced to
Soul.
try to run away. I don't think you go for this fight. And Ocean Soul, like you said, this is the most busted soul, the most, well, the strongest soul in League of Legends in this current iteration. And it goes over to the side of NYP. But
Well-
taking that objective does mean that TP will have the inside track. They will have priority over taking the mid-layer turret. They won't even get it, actually.
Oh, that flash! Oh, that
Woo.
flash! Okay, good flash answer by Jenna, I believe, to dodge that out. They didn't even get the tower. That has to feel
How
bad.
much health is that turret right now?
10? Maybe less? I don't
Maybe
know.
less.
Let's see it. Observer.
56.
56 is one auto away from down,
Yep.
getting down. And right now, it's not down. And it means that it's still open. I mean, it's still not open for TP to just walk in the open jungle because mid
Yeah.
turret is what you want to do. Mid turret is what you want to break in order to
Well,
have access to opponent jungle.
Well, at the moment, TP doesn't have any turrets, so that could be a bit of an issue as well.
Oh boy, we don't really see. Okay, at the very least, the goal lead isn't huge, so it's still NYP's game to lose.
But it is a
but
23-minute Ocean Soul.
Oh man, I don't know what you're doing, TP. Every dragon is 12 minutes away from your opponent's soul, and they just look at this. It's not even
Wow.
their jungle anymore. It's
Yeah,
NYP's. Right?
Fam is gonna go in onto Rectangle. Will spinny. The knockup does come
I
down, but
don't-
so does the Death Realm. The Akali is here to just clear the wave and await the return from the Death Realm.
Oh
Now will go
boy.
on to Rectangle. Will the Mordekaiser be strong enough to 1v2 this? Actually, just about might, as perfect execution will get the small ninja away under turret, and Rectangle is just free to walk away.
And that's Baron because two people went to Akali. A huge ultimate has been burned in the form of that.
Well, here's the TP. It might be a
Oh.
little bit too late. The jungler is nowhere near. Oh, actually, they're going to turn around. They're going to go
I
for the
love this
fight.
play.
JYZ
Oh.
will not find the Glacial Prison
fine.
onto the Blitzcrank. Is that the target you really want? Now the TP comes down. The Mordekaiser will be joining the fight. The Akali golden limit testing is being run down.
Donk.
And the Akali goes down to Rectangle. The Mordekaiser is here. The Mordekaiser is strong. And Lowell,
What was that
Lowell,
flash?
keep your eyes on Lowell. He's kiting. He's trying his darndest best to do something, to get something back for TP. But yet, at the end of the day, NYP slammed the door in his face, say, we'll be taking this, we'll be taking the Baron, and they will probably be taking this win.
Haha, Mace go bonk. Because what they can do about that? I love that play. NYP knew that they shouldn't ever risk Baron. So as
Right.
soon as TP came in, they burned that teleport. They burned so many ultimates in the fight. They knew instantly, NYP knew instantly they had to go for a fight. It's a free fight for them to take. It's only their fight to lose. Baron is a risk that they don't want to take. They decide to abandon Baron, go for a fight, and that was huge.
Absolutely. That was not the miracle fight that we said that TP would need to get back into this game. The
Great
point.
bait mid.
Sorry?
NYP says great bait mid.
Great bait, man.
He
All right.
rated 8 out of it.
Absolutely. As
Uh,
TP, I'm not sure what they do now. How do you... is it even possible for them to get back into this game?
At this point, you have to say no. Look at Kaelin,
Okay.
more of Mamaltius.
Sure.
Look at Syndra, Banshee's Veil. What are you gonna do? Your main carry, your main source of contention, your best hope, that Akali. And your two main carries already built against him. This has to be gone, right? Look at this. Oh, he seals it. RWAH, hard EC. You have to feel so bad.
So Johnny's building magic resistance. I would wager that Caitlyn is the largest threat on the side of NYP at the moment.
Nah man, traps do magic damage, isn't it? Oh my god, I do agree with you on that. What is that Spirit Visage doing for him? He has not
I'm
built
human,
a
he's on the
Tabis
flank.
as well.
He's on the flank, but will get spotted out by JYZ. They're going to collapse on the Blitzcrank. This is the
JYZ
third time
tanky,
they've done
fine.
on it. It's not that good of an idea, but
Akali?
the Wukong is spinning. The Wukong is trying
Isha?
to go for it. Is this the miracle fight? Moonlight Vigil does land. They're winning the fight. Rectangle in the sidelines will not be able to do anything. Caitlyn will be forced to walk away. They pick up 3 and they win that fight. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
that was just
Hang
late.
on a
That was
minute.
just late. Don't
Oh,
worry
okay.
about it. Okay, so that's the thing about okay, that was a very good answer by TP because in this kind of situations, the opponent's doing a 4-1 or 1-3-1. In this
Right.
case, a 4-1. You just make sure that Mordekaiser at the mini map, he's not even there. The fight is not going well. Mordekaiser is still split pushing, and you answer straight out by trying to go for opponent's carry.
Beautiful flank.
Beautiful. And this is the wombo combo we have been talking about throughout the game. They caught out the 3 members of NYP and made sure P-Chan is the only one who can try anything. But unfortunately, P-Chan alone is not going to 1v5. His entire team is caught out. And they paid the price. Mordekaiser, I mean, we mentioned earlier, better team fight com. But what do? Split push.
I mean,
Hashtag worth.
ideally, I would want the Caitlyn, but this is a bit of a W for the side of TP. Obviously, this will
Definitely.
allow you to sort of delay the push that was coming through. Delay it for how long, we'll have to see. But it does give TP a little bit of leeway. It saves the inhibitor from going down. And
Elder
who
Souls
knows?
Elder
Is this the
Souls.
start of the comeback? Probably not, but you know, we'll have to see.
We have faith. We have faith.
We have faith.
Why are you here if you don't have faith?
All right.
Aha, see what you
Okay.
have. Okay, but right now, the driving seat is still on NYP, 5k goal ahead. Elder Dragon's on the table very, very soon.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
on NYP is grouped up. Remember that so many flashes will burn. Wukong's flash is now gone, so he can't just engage. He can't just 5-man the entire opponent team again. They're starting up the Elder.
Do they even have
What's
vision of
coming?
this? Well, the TP will come down. The Wukong will be joining this fight. Will NYP look for that turn once again? It's going to be a 5v5. Keep your eyes on the damage carries, which will be the Caitlyn as well as the Akali. For the
think this is
respective
too
teams,
risky.
it looks like NYP are going to try to just force down the Dragon really quickly. Where is the Sejuani? Will be tanky enough to jump in. Oh my, the Dragon's actually going to reset. And Akali's in the backline. I'm not sure
Oh,
they know
yes.
this.
Oh,
What
was
the
that a
heck
Wukong
was that?
clone? That was a Wukong clone.
Oh, yeah, okay. That was
Okay.
interesting. That was interesting
The
for
thing
sure.
is, I don't think you take this as TP. You want to keep it as healthy as possible so your opponent
Yeah.
can't take it away from
Okay,
you.
but NYP, they don't have vision. They don't
Inhuman-
know where
Inhuman's
TP
flanking.
might be coming from. The Dragon goes low. It goes to NYP. That's Elder
I'm
Dragon
human,
buff.
I'm human.
And the huge fight breaks out. Wukong is spinning in the backline, but the first one to go down is the Euphelios, followed shortly by the Wukong. NYP, they're winning this fight. It
Goodbye.
looks like a clean
Goodbye.
ace. It is going to be a clean ace. The
Bye.
teleports come down in towards the bot lane. They look like they're going to take the turret. They look like they're going to take the inhibitor. They're going to take the Nexus, and they are going to take the win. They strike first blood, and they equalize the series 1-1 with Temasek Polytechnic.
Oh boy, NYP did such a clean fight there. I would argue that the Elder Dragon was such a huge risk. Whichever team won that, it's either a huge
Yeah.
potential swing back for TP or the game ender for NYP. And NYP secured it, so you know, all's well that ends well.
And they had to take that fight, right? You give over Elder Dragon. I mean, you've given over enough. If you give over Elder Dragon, that's lights out. You had to take that fight. Unfortunately, they didn't have the damage to do so. Unfortunately, the Euphelios never actually came alive in that game. And unfortunately, the score now sits at 1-1 for both of them.
At this point, you have to bet Caitlyn, right? No more Karma shenanigans. No more, I don't know what you're going to go with next. But you have to take Caitlyn away or ban it. It's so powerful in the hands of such a mechanically skilled team. Going for the mechanical outplays and just getting what? A 30 CS. It wasn't even 30 CS lead. It was like 2 kills and a few turret plates. And that Blitzcrank as well, just dominating laning phase, landing hooks after hooks.
The
Oh boy.
Ignar special, throw your minds back to, was it Worlds?
Season 8 or 9, I believe.
Or
Worlds.
season, no, 7, I think. When
Really?
well, Misfits was season
Ah, yeah,
7.
Misfits.
Clapping SKT at Worlds with Ignar's Blitzcrank and Leona. Whispers of that in this game. Not sure if you carry on with the Blitzcrank. I think one thing you can do is just banning the Blitzcrank. You pick the Caitlyn for yourself, because I assume that TP is going to be on the blue side this time.
One thing you can do is not pick Janna blindly and
Yeah.
revealing that you are going to get either Nautilus, Trash, or Blitzcrank as your opponent support. Why are you gonna do ban all 3 supports out? No, you can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have an infinite number of bans. And it's just, well, unfortunate that TP did not draft very well this game. I think it's safe to say that. What's your main takeaway of the game?
You need to do something special. We already saw how you can beat NYP. You just straight away make the macro plays. Trade, be proactive.
Sure.
Not take the fights that you're gonna lose, because you know Blitzcrank and okay, the Blitzcrank answer was really cool because you can't just rotate out. Your top laner is just gonna have a bad time. But Blitzcrank, you need to deal with that. You need to do early rotations. You need to get that Rift Herald early. Feed your top laner, your ADC, rotate them up. That kind of proactive plays.
Right.
So long as you do those kind of plays, that is what can at least alleviate a lot of pressure, because you're no longer fighting even lanes. You're dictating the state of the game.
Well, absolutely. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, it's going to be game 2, game 3. I'm not sure how we count this now of the Campus Legends 2020 finals. Do not go anywhere.
Say cheese! Guys, keep it simple. Okay.
It's easy to smile with Cheesy 7. 7 amazing cheeses plus cream cheese. Your slice of simple, 50% off.
JBL presents the sounds of victory. JBL Quantum Gaming headsets, because every sound matters.
Hello there everyone, welcome back. I am Escape Artist and I am now joined by Spinnerack.
Yeah.
And we will be casting your next game. Of course, Poots is sitting around here. Ah, yes. Go on. Put it. Give it the headset. Give it the headset.
I'll give it the headset. Yeah, okay, here we go.
All right, Spinnerack. So, what are your thoughts on the previous game?
Absolutely not Clown Fiesta yesterday.
Abs-
No, sir, no idea. Cringe, what's that? Not us.
Yeah, that's right. Totally not
Not
cringy
us.
casters at all.
No idea what you're on about.
Yeah, but you know, we want to talk about the game a little bit for real though. So sorry, Spinnerack, you won't get your chance for now. Yes, that's right.
chilling.
Just let him chill at the back.
He's
there.
chilling.
Of course. But yeah, do you think that the people who fight NYP should ban Caitlyn? They've basically been paying it like every round.
I think you pick Caitlyn.
today. Okay.
Caitlyn is strong enough that I think any AD carry player with the assault should be able to play this champion. She's so strong, you just pick it because TP is probably going to be your blue. You pick the Caitlyn, and you win the game.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I think that's a fair assessment, honestly.
I think we have the draft. So let's go in the draft.
Excellent.
Let's go in
see.
the draft.
Will they pick Caitlyn? Will they ban Caitlyn? They ban away the Lee Sin there from Mid King in the jungle, a very, very showy player there. And NYP once again banning out the Vi, which I believe is a pocket pick.
I mean, we saw Vi
think
once
we
in
saw Vi-
CL.
I think it was Hardy C who played Vi.
That wasn't a very good Vi, let's be real.
Well, NYP respected enough to ban it, so
Fair enough. It is going to be 1-1 right now, so both these teams are sort of on equal footing. It's technically 1-0 by NYP, since they did win the actual one game.
yes. But again, due to technicalities, TP
Yeah.
got one win up on the series as
Yeah,
well.
all I'm saying is that we don't have a baseline on how TP plays
Yeah.
because we haven't seen them play play today.
Yep.
I have high expectations since they beat SIM, but
Yep.
still.
But they banned the Caitlyn, which means that for the first time
Damn it.
today, NYP will not be able to play the Caitlyn. So,
If they ban the Caitlyn, I am curious as to what they think is higher in power level that they can first pick on blue side. Personally, I would go for the Jax. Because
Okay.
Jax is absolutely busted this patch.
I love that pop on the filter that I heard there. Busted.
Busted.
We'll see
It's just there to
if they're gonna pick up
accentuate.
Jax, but they're gonna pick up Ashe instead.
Oh my god.
So Spoods is already clearly tilted, and so it begins, ladies and gentlemen. Spoods is just gonna continue to tilt off the face of the earth. You know what would be amazing if NYP picked Lucian.
You pick Lucian Graves. That's what happens.
Pick Lucian, pick Graves, pick Kaisa in the mid lane, and build Sarita Dirk, because why not? If Spoods dead inside, he's dead inside.
And you pick round 5 Renekton.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Oh,
Absolutely
Ezreal.
right.
Ezreal's
Yeah.
fair enough.
They go for the Ezreal, which is more late game, a lot less early game power, however. We've always seen that NYP are able to take about 3 turret plates in the bot lane by around the second dragon. That's not going to be happening right now.
And I would assume no Blitzcrank either because Ezreal Blitzcrank is not exactly a lane that you would expect to do very well. So they're going to cover the Orianna. We'll
Yep.
lock it in.
Yeah, they're going to be picking up that Orianna. Going to go into the hands of I Love Tofu, who has been playing Syndra for the most part today.
Hey, Syndra's a very strong champion.
course,
if you're going to through, might as well pick it up, am I right? But Orianna, also a very strong champion. We've seen some huge shockwaves come through from a lot of teams in
Yep.
CL. Uh, we'll have to see whether NYP will be able to be the next one to do just that.
Mm-hmm.
Hecarim will also come through. It's sort of been like a pocket pick that we've seen throughout. I think it was group stage
Yep.
when we did see the Sona and Lux come through as well.
Oh yeah, of course, the Sona Lux combo.
Probably won't see it this time since we do have the Ash.
Wow,
TP.
Vel'Koz.
TP, your draft is looking a little interesting. I'm not sure if it, I'm
Is
not
that-
quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, not quite sure what's going on. We'll revisit that one. But for now, NYP, are they actually going to pick this lane? Well, they picked up that Ezreal Yumi lane. Looks like we're not going to be looking at bot lane for a while.
Me and Off Night spoke about evolution of the meta, right?
Mhm.
Well, NYP just says evolution.
Yeah.
Screw that. We're going back to 10.13 of the Ezreal Yumi.
Absolutely right. This
We're
is
gonna try to
when
win with.
this is when your Pokemon is evolving and you stop it from evolving. You just say nope. Going back to that Ezreal Yumi classic passive bot lane. I mean, Yumi's definitely been changed. Ezreal has been nerfed as well, I believe. So it's not going to be as effective, especially against the heavy engage that is Ashe and Hecarim. It really is down to who are the last two champions that NYP picks up.
My advice to both teams is if you pick Jax, you'll win the game.
Okay. I think that we have that noted. I'm
Is that
going
a
to jot that
Graves
down.
ban? Are you serious right now? You're banning the Graves again? Oh my god. Just
Mm-hmm.
let them have the Graves. Let them pick the Graves. They can't play Graves.
They banned out the Ornn as well. NYP, I'd like to see them pick up some setup for their
Sure.
Orianna or for their Yumi.
Probably
Something that
Jarvan.
can run in. Or Jax, as you say.
You can pick Jarvan and Jax, just saying.
Oh, yeah, of course. But which one do you want to pick first?
Both. Wait a
Bo-
minute. Oh,
yeah,
first.
yeah, first. Yeah, exactly.
Well, considering that this is Champ Select and it's happening live, I would go for Jax first because if they're watching the stream, they
Olaf.
can hear me saying this.
Olaf. Yeah,
Alright.
actually, Olaf is fine as well.
Fair
especially
enough.
Whenever Yumi,
You
can
run at them.
just-
You got this is good setup coming in from NYP. You
That's
can
right.
see the synergy that is very straightforward comes through for this
Mhm.
squad. Meanwhile, on TP, you do have a bit more of a questionable draft. I'm not quite sure what the general idea here is. We'll have to see the final
Mhm.
two champions before we really round out our idea. Off Knight is rolling in his grave.
Yeah, actually, Off Night is not rolling in his grave. He's been speaking on Twitch chat to
Oh.
Oat Choco One about
Oh, is
the
that a shout
last
out?
game.
Hello?
Yeah, and he's been talking a lot right there.
Pog.
So I think he's doing more analysis right now on the analysis desk
Yeah.
that is Twitch chat.
Hey.
So thumbs
That's
up
not
to
a
him, man.
Jax. Oh my god. Pick Jax. You win the game. It's not that hard. Pick the
I think-
Jax.
I think Shen actually wins Jax.
Not right now. No, Jax beats everyone.
I don't know. I saw this Reddit thread about how Shen has no losing matchups.
That was last match.
Wait, what did they change?
No, it's just that Jax is very strong.
Ah.
He was already strong. We saw
That's
him
not
in pro
Jax.
play a lot. Gangplank is another staple. Gangplank Shen is something we've seen.
Yeah.
I think it was in the previous season was more.
Oh, yes, more prevalent than
Present,
previous season.
prevalent. Yeah, that's the word. And yes, they do. TP do pick up the global. I
Yep.
would wager that Hecarim is technically a global because he can run everywhere very
Mm-hmm.
quickly, and they look like they're sort of a wombo combo composition. They really want to get into the thick of things. They want to use the Ashe as utility. They have a lot of damage elsewhere that they might not actually require the AD carry
Yes.
to really pop off in order to succeed in
Mhm.
this game. Whereas on the side of NYP, you do have a very, very standard composition. You can see the synergies like we were talking about. Olaf runs at you. He has Yumi on his back. He can transfer the ball. Ezreal's in
Yeah.
the back. He can have a very strong mid game if
Mhm.
he farms up very well. And Gangplank's always there with the oranges.
And the late game.
Takes away all the CC. And the late game is always, always there for the Gangplank.
Yep.
So it does put TP on a little bit of a timer because when you look at TP's composition, they don't really have a late game threat.
Okay, I want to ask you, what's with this Vel'Koz?
Why you give
how
me the
this work?
tough-
How this work?
because these students are from engineering, so they
Okay.
know trigonometry.
Ah,
so they think
yes.
the Vel'Koz is very good. They have an actual protractor on the screen right now. I
Okay.
just taped it on the
Okay.
screen.
So they use the formula like the tangent sine, cosine.
Yeah,
and
Tua
sine.
Castle,
Tua
something like
Castle.
that. Innit?
Whatever.
Okay, but when I look at this Vel'Koz, right,
Mhm.
I'm thinking they want to play. They want. How do I say this? They don't want to run at you. They don't want to engage, right?
Yep.
They want to look for flanks where the Hecarim can go in the back line, right? They can
Yep.
pull people towards you.
Yep.
It's not so much as forcing them to run towards you.
Mhm.
They're forcibly pulling them in.
Uh-huh.
And the Vel'Koz with the Death Ray can really
Yeah.
wreak havoc there, as well as the Ashe, which also
Mhm.
really excels when people are running towards you.
Yep.
The Shen is there to back everyone up, and the Karma is there to keep people healthy.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure if this composition works very well right now, especially with NYP. You can see that they have the ability to go for the 1-3-1. They don't.
Yeah.
They might not really want to go for team fights. That's what we're seeing from TP. But one thing that we know about TP, right? I spoke to them before.
Yep.
Yesterday. They think that they are a very objective-focused team. They like to fight around objectives, right?
I see.
And what I'm seeing using both these sources
Mhm.
of information is that they want to be the first one of the objective, and they want people to run at you. They want to force people to get to you, and that's when they want to take the fight. But that comes with the caveat of getting a hit early and getting priority early. And that is something we did not see them manage to do in the previous game, so we will have to see that change this time.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be easier for them to get priority, especially considering the lane opponents that they're facing, especially in the bot lane, for
Right.
example. Ezreal Yumi, basically, Ashe Karma would nearly 100% of the time push that in. Top lane, I'd say Shen has a better early game than Gangplank. I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure about
Oh,
that,
yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah,
That is
I
true.
feel that. Mid lane, I am not too sure about this one, but I think that they will just generally just keep clearing waves. So I think that TP actually can find that priority if they make the effort to do so.
So if Vel'Koz can aim, which is like the main caveat
Yeah.
of Vel'Koz wins this matchup. If not, Orianna is just, well, she moves the ball
Yeah.
to you, and your health goes.
Yeah, honestly, that's basically it. But I have to say, I dare say I like the Velcro's pick.
Dare say.
Yes, because listen to me, dear Spoots, we have no assassins on this side of NYP. For Olaf to get to you, he has to actually run to you, and and you are assuming that he survives running towards you with a huge death laser in his face, plus the sustained damage of the Ashe. So by the time he gets to you, he might already be dead. I think.
I mean, that would also require Olaf not pop off early.
Oh yeah, of course, and again, it all comes down to the early game.
And we do know who's piloting the Olaf, right?
Oh yes, of course, Mid King. That's right.
Yes, Mid King, yeah.
Yes, and he's had a decent performance in the previous game, I would say.
Yeah,
So
he's almost like he's the 10th best in his position in the
ah
region, right?
yes, might be the 10th best mid laner in Southeast Asia. I'm not too sure about
no
that.
idea what you're talking about. No idea
Yeah.
what we're on about. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean no bird. Do you see any birds around? Any ravens?
yeah, no ravens. I see the
ravens?
spider.
Oh
Spider
yes,
back
that's right.
here.
The spinneracks that Spoons has. Oh my god, there's one on my. I actually did not have any idea this guy was here. All right, that's great. Yes, this face is me all the time. Honestly, look at this. It's so-
all the time.
yeah, it's just like
Okay, cool, fair enough.
yeah. All right.
Cringe, not
Enough-
us. No idea
Enough.
what's
Yeah, enough about that. I'm just gonna put the spinnerack to look away from the.
He wants to watch the
screen.
game though.
Okay, fine. I'll let him watch this this game. We'll see. We'll
There
see
you
what opinion Spinnerack has later.
Okay.
But yeah, Spoons just looking at the two comps.
Sure.
Who do you think is the upper hand here?
Well, it will depend on the early game, right? That's what we brought up throughout the champion select. We will
Yep.
have to. Off night, you're wrong, by the way. You can't even spell it correctly. But yeah, it will come down to
Yeah.
early game whether or not this Olaf pops off, because when you're playing a competition like TP is playing, when you
Yep.
want people to run at you, it does come with the caveat, the strong caveat of having the enemy team not be strong when they run into you. You want to be the strong ones when they force into
Yeah.
your fight. You want to be the first one of the objectives, and that will also require you to be strong. So if TP doesn't get ahead early, I'm sorry, you just don't win the game.
So really I guess you could say the ball is in TP's court. They are the ones who need to make the plays to get themselves ahead, and I absolutely agree with you here, Spoots. Do not want to tilt you further.
I mean, we don't have Graves, we don't have Lucian, we don't have Kai'Sa, so
Okay, fair enough. Let's
so,
see.
fingers crossed
Will
that we get good
Vel'Koz
plays.
tilt Spoots?
I mean, Vel'Koz can build Dirk, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay, we'll see. Meanwhile, production tells us that Vulpix is better than everything.
Wrong.
Spoots is again tilted once again.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. And honestly, okay, we've received word that both mid laners have a keystone of phase rush, which
I'm not sure how that's important.
I don't know how that's important. Okay, I'm not. I think it might be a little important for Vel'Koz. True.
The thing about Vegas Rush, right, it got buffed early on and
Yes.
it's super strong right now. And that's why so many champions are picking it.
Yes.
But we are on the Summoner's Rift. Let's get this show on the road.
Yep, that's right. We're gonna see if Mr. Vel'Koz can use the Phase Rush to float around a little faster with his little tentacles. As we can see right now, I'm Human
Tentacles.
floating into the mid lane. And I love Tofu, declaring his love of tofu as well with that name. Again,
This is going well.
fairly standard spread, showing some emotes, and there's a single ward there in the Pixel Brush, the top lane. But that's, we're just focusing on the Orianna skin right now. I don't even know what skin that is.
That is... Let me
I
move
play
closer.
Orianna. I play a fair amount of Orianna, and I don't know what
That is victorious with the red chroma. That you only get with Flex Q, I think.
Oh, imagine playing Flex Q in
It's either
Garena.
Flex or Twisted Tree Line, but I'm not
Ah,
sure which one.
Twisted Tree Line ranks in Garena. Haha.
Oh yeah, we don't have that.
Ah, yes.
So I'm not... it's probably Flex then.
Yeah, probably Flex. But we actually see a little interesting positioning here because Mid King and Rectangle are walking into TP's top side, and TP have no idea. They're gonna blast go. Hello there! Surprise! We are here. Hard EC popping. That goes as they flash on and try to pile as much damage onto the horse. He already had to smite the blue, which resets. But Rectangle, he's taking a lot of damage as well. Will the Shen be able to find one more hit? Flashes away, but now he's in the waiting arms of the Vel'Koz, who is not gonna get an assist because Shen takes that kill. But look at this Olaf. He's so strong when he's low because of his passive, and he takes Fam down. And NYP have already found 2 kills. I'm Human. I don't know what he can do about this. I don't think he's able to interfere. He only has 1 Q. He's going to be forced to just float away and give this one up unless he tries stealing it. But, of course, Olaf with the smite, going to secure that.
We said in Champions like TP has to get it early. NYP heard that and said,
Yes.
haha, hold my pizza, watch this.
Ah, yes. Hold my pizza. Hold my Red Bull, actually. Which, is giving us wings right now. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure
We
we all
had
know.
wings from Pizza Hut. Yeah?
Ah, yes. We had wings from Pizza Hut as well. That's right. But going back to right now, the state of the game, Hard EC able to take a camp for himself. The Wolves get himself to level 2. But the fact he loses out on the blue buff means that he can't exactly be the helicopter that he wants to be. Might have a bit of trouble with mana.
Yeah.
But again, we see aggressive warding here. I love Tofu
From the
placing down
Orianna, nonetheless.
that ward. I mean, she got priority on the lane, so she's able to walk out, place that ward down, and now they will know if Hard EC moves over to the river, which I don't think he will, but at least they get confirmation that he won't.
Yeah, fair enough. Right now we are seeing TP push up the bot lane, though,
Yeah,
which
of
is
course. Expected.
a nice change
Oh yes, of course.
from what we saw in the previous game, which was the Aphelios just being bullied out.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see a change of scenery down here in the bot lane as the Ashe pushes NYP
Yep,
back.
that's
onto
right.
the
Now,
turret.
now Ashe with the superior range might be able to secure a turret plating or 2 early, but meanwhile Mid King is already on the Scarlet Crab. We see some pings there, but it's too little, too late from the Hecarim because the poor crab has already been basically bashed down by Mid King, and it
Vel'Koz.
looks like Vel'Koz might be bashed down as well. The Undertow gonna land, but a very nice knock up there from I'm Human to keep himself from getting jumped on. He's gonna dissuade any further advances from the Olaf, who's just forced to walk away.
Forced to walk away indeed, but is he really forced when he's gonna get double scuttle?
Oh yeah, he's gonna get double scuttle right here. And he still has red buff up actually. He's gonna go over and... Oh, actually, I thought he would take the Gromp. But, alright.
Vertical jungling, everyone. Keep your eyes on where the Hecarim
Yep,
is.
that's right.
It's very, very deep, by the way.
You say vertical jungling, but I believe Olaf was able to take his Gromp as well. So Hecarim has like 1 or 2 less camps.
Alright.
So because of that,
It's 1 camp at the moment.
Olaf...
Oh no, it's actually 2.
It's 2, yeah.
Actually, it might be 3.
Yeah. He's gonna recall. He's gonna go back up to his top side because his bot side has yet to really respawn. But for now, Olaf is up about 3 camps. It'll be 3 camps, which is not exactly what you want to have when we're talking about how important the early lead is for TP.
We'll have to check in on that for sure in the, I would say, 10 minutes. If
Okay.
TP's not ahead by 10 minutes, could be quite a bit of an issue. So this Hecarim has to get his butt moving, has to make things happen across the map before things get dire for this side of Temasek Polytechnic. This Olaf has already been all across the map, has been picking up kills and assists left, right and center. and is now just farming the chickens as well.
That's right, has nearly got the most CS on his team. So must be pretty happy about that one here. Level 5 already to the level 4 that Hard EC has, and was able to recall additionally for more longswords and boots as well.
Not to mention a cheater recall coming through from mid laners.
Mhm.
They're just sort of like a gentleman's handshake. Say, oh, you want a cheater recall? I guess I'll
Yep.
do that as well. So it's gonna be a little balanced. Both mid laners recognizing the
Yeah.
threat that might come with allowing the enemy number to do so. So
Yep.
they both back away and they pick up a bunch of books.
I dare say though that the
Dare
Vel'Koz, dare say once again, yep, that the Vel'Koz has had more of a worth recall because he has Dark Seal combined with the Corrupting Pot.
True.
Rather, Orianna only has the refillable and the Doran's Ring, so that's more sustained. Going over to Mr. Tentacle Man here in the mid lane,
The tentacle
whose
man.
name is I'm Human, but he's
He
not
ain't quite
playing
human
a
right now.
human champion. This is fake news right here.
Alright, both junglers are towards the bottom
Yep.
side, but mid lane does have priority for the side of NYP. Bot lane,
Bot lane,
though,
though.
has TP ahead,
Yep.
but the dragon is going very low. And
Yep,
it
but
looks like-
Hard EC not able to smite it away, but the
Here
Stand
comes Vel'Koz.
United is coming in. I Love Tofu not in a very good position right now, able to flash away, but look at that
Uh-oh.
shockwave. That was massive, but there's not enough follow-up. For now, the Yuumi is still keeping Mid King up alive right now. As he walks in, throws out the undertows, and totally did not hear me say anything there.
You see any birds, Gerard?
Oh, I don't see any birds right about now.
It's really interesting.
I only see
It's really
top 10 mid laners in C.
Oh my god, right, okay, well this top 10 mid laner in C is going hunting.
Yes.
Will not find the Shen. Will just back away for the moment.
Mhm.
The TP will come down for the Shen towards the top side to try to answer the GP, who has, by the way, been free farming towards the top lane, which is something that you do not want to allow happen when you're against the GP.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the replay. I'm actually not quite sure what happened here. They decided to go in. This is a great collapse. But the flash away from the Orianna, as well as the lack of awareness that the ball was there, pulled TP into that huge shockwave and turned this entire fight around. Along with the collapse from the bot lane, this basically just chased TP away from the river, and it
Yep.
gave away a bunch of kills as well. So definitely not having the amount of awareness that you should have at
Yeah.
this level of competition.
And I also want to point out that things looking a little miscoordinated there from the bot lane of TP because Karma moved up, but Ashe moved up a little later, and as a result was poked out, so she couldn't really join the fight at all. Just a little iffy, and these kind of mistakes that you really don't want to be making, especially when you are the one who needs to make the plays.
Yeah, and that begs the question, why didn't they just bring the Ashe and the Karma up in the first place? They would have made for a
Yeah.
stronger dive, and they definitely would have been able to do so since they had huge priority over the Ezreal Yuumi in that lane.
Exactly. Some questions, I guess, will never be answered. We just have to move on with life.
Weird champ.
Yep. Orianna able to recall and now has the lost chapter. So there's a hit in the lane. I'm Human. I actually don't think he recalled after that last fight. So he's going to be forced to recall. And that leaves I Love Tofu some space. If, of course, I'm Human recalls. And if he doesn't, then he's losing out right now.
I mean, he's chilling. There's no fight going on. He's probably going to try
He's
to
starting
do
to run out of mana.
as little fighting as he could possibly do. Just try to pick up a bit of farm and
Yep.
hopefully pushing up the wave because, again, Vel'Koz pushes out Orianna. So he wants to get this wave, push the minion wave in.
Yeah.
And I'm Human. Probably he's just going to back away now.
But now the Rift Herald is up for the taking.
Yeah.
I'm Human has teleport if he wants to use it, but it looks like things are actually happening on the mid lane there. I'm Human is recalling, but there's a Hecarim gank coming in. What? Okay, never mind. There's a super death laser there from the Vel'Koz, and Hard EC is actually going to be able to pick up that kill. That being said, Mid King is on that Rift Herald, and there's
yes, Mid
that's basically
King.
the response. Just kill the enemy mid laner. That's about it.
Yep, Mid King will pick up the Rift Herald. Question will then become where they decide to commit the objective to. pick up the Herald, man. You gotta do it.
There we go.
I mean,
You don't have to be a top 10 mid laner to do that, but well,
that's
yep.
TP.
That's right. TP from TP. It's I'm Human. Hello there, P-chan. Arcane chips away, flashes the arrow. Very nice there, but hard EC. He's taking a lot of damage from that turret. Is he going to go down? The answer is no, but the karma will fall to that Cannon Barrage. Lavelle making it out with a little bit of health there, but at least some action, some proactiveness from TP. It's good to see.
Absolutely, proactivity coming through from TP. They might get a few plates. Oh, NYP is actually going to answer with plates on the top side, so that's going to
Not
be
just
completely
plates, my
negated.
friend. Rift Herald as
Yep,
well.
they will get the turret. No
Exactly.
question about that as NYP plays down the Rift Herald. The Dragon will be spawning in about a minute. Definitely could have timed that dive slightly better if you're on the side of TP. But right now, they will not be able to capitalize on that successful gank. In fact, they're going to have to back away to try and deal with this top lane push.
But now Rectangle with that first turret gold and all the plates, he's setting himself up to become a huge threat in a few minutes once he completes his Trinity Force. For now, he's still not exactly there, but definitely accelerating himself to get
Accelerating
further
himself.
up. Yeah, accelerating that Gangplank.
Well,
Eventual
Hard EC has
power
to
spike.
accelerate himself out of here.
I don't know about that, but Hard EC is in trouble. Is there going to be a last
Oh,
auto attack? Oh, there we go. I Love Tofu gonna claim that Hecarim.
Yeah, not much you can say about that. Just a bit of a misposition coming from the Hecarim. And now the second Dragon might just be going over to NYP with the jungler dead.
That's right. Doesn't look
Very
like
unfortunate.
there's going to be much of a reaction. I don't think there's much you can do. Anyway, mid lane is pushed in as well. All I'm Human can do is try. But oh, look at that. I Love Tofu with the fancy feet. Still tanks a whole bunch of damage
Oh,
from
look at
the
that
laser and that trigonometry right there. But still able to
Uh-oh.
last through all that damage. And that's not really a good sign for I'm Human.
Respectful play coming in from the Bell. Placing,
Oh
okay.
my goodness. A flash being forced right there. Final chapter being popped by the Yuumi. And now that Karma has no flash for another 5 minutes. Another 1v1. This time the knockup will land on I Love Tofu, but Rectangle is coming around. He is spotted out by a control ward, however, just places down some barrels. Will probably try to contest this Scuttle Crab, which is probably smited away by Hard EC. Rectangle gonna start chasing him down, though does a fair amount of damage, but he's got backup, so everything's gonna be alright.
Yeah, for sure. The rectangle, the length of the rectangle is absolutely expanding right now with how thick, how girthy he's getting fed on this GP.
Moving on from girthy things right now, there's action in the bot lane, and Mid King once again saved by the Yuumi, keeping himself alive with sub 100 health there. As P-chan begins to take a turret plate and NYP began to wrestle the control of the bot lane away from TP.
Yeah, where's the proactivity? We saw the initial gank. That was proactive. That was good. Come through from TP. But right now, we're not seeing that happen at all. It's NYP making plays across the map. It's NYP who are winning fights across the map. And it's NYP who will be having control of this game going to the mid game. It's past 10 minutes, and TP is not in control. And they most likely will not be able to wrestle control back. Unless NYP really make a mistake.
Yeah, but again, making misplays, something that you cannot predict, really, and Campus Legends, as it is always full of misplays, full of throws, full of ints. Fun stuff. Anyway, moving back to what we're seeing right now in the mid lane, we see I'm Human. For now, still able to keep up with the wave clear that is the Orianna. Still trying his very best to free up some time for him to make some proactivity. Make some proactive plays. Those are the words that I'm looking for.
This is going well.
Yeah, this is going well, guys. We haven't been sitting here in the studio for close to 9 hours now, so everything's going fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, everything right now is going fine. There's nothing wrong at all, except the fact that right now, Mid King is 302. Gangplank has that Trinity Force. He's going to start ramping up the damage. And that would mean that the second Rift Herald and the third Dragon are going to be a lot harder for NYP to contest.
Yeah. The objectives might come back. Let's take a look at the vision though. Thank you, observers, for briefly toggling that. You can see that even though NYP, they have the advantage, there isn't much in the way of vision advantage for the side of their squad. which is interesting enough.
Yep.
Since I haven't really seen TP clearing out wards,
Yeah.
so if NYP they want to get more control over this game, they definitely have to invest a lot more in vision control. And we can see the control wards coming down on their roster, but it doesn't seem like they're placing them down just yet.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it about now when they gain decent prio. They take the Scarlet Crab, they put down all the vision, they prep for the Dragon. Hard EC also spent about 30 seconds just walking around bot lane, just really horsing around before he makes that recall and hits back to the top side. Rift Herald is coming up in about 20 seconds though, and a lot of vision from the side of NYP was placed in the bot lane and in the bot river. Is there going to be a contest for this Rift Herald right now? Hard EC, as well as I'm Human, are hanging around that objective. Stand United, I believe, is available as well. So we have to keep our eyes on that one. That being said, the Dragon is coming up again, and NYP, if they secure another Dragon, and okay, never mind, can't talk about that now because there's a fight in the bot lane. P-Chan just going to cleanse away that Ash Arrow, and that's a pretty big problem right there when the main engage is just cleansed away, basically. And look at that Yumi heal. That's absolutely ridiculous. And okay, right now you have to be careful. And whoa, there we go. Shen, Stand United, baited and outsmarted. This is peak League of Legends, and it starts here in Campus Legends.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
There we go. This is the 6,000 IQ Galaxy Brain plays. Hold the Stand United. Don't care about the fact that your Karma died.
My God.
Wait, let the Ezreal land a Mystic Shot on you. When he thinks he can go in and kill you, press R, press heal, and boom, baited, outsmarted, Ashes 301, you get Dragon, stonks.
Finally, a well-timed play coming in from TP. It's a proactive one. Well, not really. It's a reactive one. But they reacted well and they reacted quickly and they reacted at the right time when NYP were trying to make something happen. And as a result of that, they managed to transfer their advantage in the bot lane to the priority that they exerted over the Dragon. They pick up their first Dragon of the game, first Dragon of the series, I believe. And they are going to walk away from that with a slightly smaller goal deficit.
Yeah, and I think that this Dragon here helps them a lot. Because it's
What, do you think it's
ultimate
gonna hurt them?
cooldown reduction.
True.
And they have Ashe, they have Laser Boy, Vel'Koz go bzzz, bzzz. They have Hecarim, they have the Stand United. These are all very, very important ultimates that you want to have off cooldown for every fight. And look at that, Yumi getting caught out there. She's actually unable to dash. And is the arrow going to land? It actually is tanked away by I Love Tofu, but the teleports are coming in. We're getting ready for a fight. And we're not getting ready for a fight at all. I stood up, ready for that one, and now I'm just sitting back down. Well, it do be that way
and
sometimes, I guess.
outsmarted.
Peak League of Legends.
Peak League is just so good they baited the casters. Okay, well, we are gonna briefly train our eyes on the Orianna sitting in the bush. We'll just about wave clear a little bit, but let's sort of set expectations, right, for what's gonna happen in the next few minutes. First thing I'll talk about is this Ezreal probably gonna come online very, very quickly. Goes for the Iceborne Gauntlet even.
Iceborne Gauntlet, yeah.
Iceborne Gauntlet.
Manamune.
Manamune. Instead, that's what I was looking for. Instead of Trinity Force.
Yes.
So it's going to be blue Ezreal build, which means the build is cheaper, but it will also mean the Ezreal will have less impact on the map.
Yeah, but speaking of Trinity Force, I want to point out that Hecarim has nearly completed his Trinity Force, so he's going to have a little more damage to try to run down the enemy team with.
Will it be enough? Because Olaf is very strong right now.
Yes, Olaf is very strong right now. You're not wrong. But maybe one way to counter this Olaf running into your team is to run in their team and basically kill them as well. It works.
6,000
Galaxy Brain.
IQ, Gerard.
Yeah, but other than that, Ashe is also 301. Picked up the Essence Reaver. Is looking like she is possibly close on goal right now with the Ezreal. I dare say, again dare say, ahead.
Dare say, good sir.
Very daring today, Gerard. Very daring indeed. But again, she is pretty in the game right now. Not.
Yes, she is in the game, yeah.
Not out of contention by any means.
Sure.
Definitely. It is Ashe.
It
With
is Ashe.
history.
It's always Ashe.
Yes. Ashe is strong because Ashe counters 200 years of balance.
Fair enough. There is no 200 years of balance just yet. It's just an Ezreal and
Yeah.
his lovely, lovely cat.
Yep, that's right. Lovely.
Lovely cat. Now,
Mm.
I've got a question. The Essence Reaver. I'm not sure if going Essence Reaver first is the best idea. Sure, it gives you a little bit more power up front, but you're not really having all that much sustain. I would have much preferred the Blade of the Rune King
Yes.
coming through. It's just a little bit of a nitpick that probably won't make that much of a difference, but it's not really the optimal build for the Ashe. Obviously, you're going for
Yeah.
the cooldown reduction, I think, if you go for Essence Reaver.
Yes, that's right. 20% cooldown reduction for more ultimates right now. They're trying to find their best shot right there, as we hear.
If they get all of the drakes, this Ashe doesn't have to auto attack anymore. Just out, out,
Yes,
out,
just
out, out.
outbot right there. Yeah.
Kappa. But the Baron is gonna be spawning. Well,
Yeah.
has already spawned. It's just gonna sit there. I
Yep.
don't expect either of these teams to really prioritize it all that much. Solely for the fact that both of them don't really do it all that quickly. Interested to see whether or not this Olaf will continue ramping up, though, as Vel'Koz might be caught out here.
Yeah, he made it out right there. Sneaky beaky like. Amazing stuff. Just escaping away. Just yeeting out of there. Not even close, baby. Not even close.
Okay. Production is trying something with us.
Yes,
They
that's
typed
right.
the thing on the teleprompter. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. But anyway, it's a very strange day, very strange game. I'm not sure what's happening.
This is, again, as I said, peak League of Legends.
Happy
It
National Day,
starts
guys.
here in Campus Legends. And speaking of National Day, I want to point out the fact that not many of these champions right now are using patriotic skins.
Okay.
They don't have many red and white skins. Karma is purple. Why? You should use like a red Karma skin or something. Or like a
Red
Chroma
Karma,
that's red.
Conqueror
Dark
Karma?
Star red Karma. Yeah, Conqueror Karma works, you know. Singapore flag colors. But speaking of Singapore
Oh,
flag
that's
colors,
Shockwave.
the dragon is white and it's secured
Dragon is
there
white.
by Mid King once again. And I'm Human is taken pretty low. But he's still left alive. But that means that now NYP are at Soul Point, and it looks like they're going to make a beeline to try to secure some vision on the top lane.
That's precisely what they are going to do. It looks like they will be starting to prioritize the Baron. Looks like they want to go for that objective sometime soon. But it will involve them looking for this dive, actually.
Yep, that's right, and it's a Shen. He's pretty tanky, and Hard EC is moving up as well. However, Olaf has popped the Ragnarok. The Ash Arrow completely whiffing right there. But look at this Olaf. He's dropping solo. He's slashed forward, but there's no Yumi on him. You cannot do that if you do not have your dear pet cat, Mid King. And because of that, he goes down. And now, again, TP are the ones who can make a proactive play.
Absolutely, and they do react very, very well, very, very positively. And the question now becomes, how are they going to transfer their advantage? We saw in the previous time, they got the dragon. Now that they got the kill onto the Olaf, what are they going to do? They don't have any objectives up. They probably can't take a turret off just that kill. So
Yes.
it looks like the answer is going to be nothing. And that means the goal lead will not decrease
Yep.
all that much.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the gold here. Because we see that actually on the critical members, the gold is actually more or less equal, other than the Shen. But basically the entire gold lead is in the top lane. Look at that. The mid laners are nearly equal. The AD carry, the Ashe is ahead. The supports are equal. The junglers, yeah, sure, there's a slight deficit. But the main difference is really just the gangplank. And I would dare say one more time, that that's probably because of his passive.
A very daring man, Gerard.
Indeed, very daring today, but also the fact that Vel'Koz here has 2 completed items. He has himself the GLP as well as a Spellbinder. So that's a lot of damage that he could bring to a fight if TP choose to take one.
Well, sure, the Vel'Koz does have a lot of damage right now, but the main issue that I see right now, the elephant in the room, is that GP. One
Yes,
and
of
2,
course.
like you pointed out, with a ton of gold in his back pocket. One of the main issues that I wanted to bring up before, a few minutes ago, is that the Olaf is starting to fall off because he wasn't
Yes.
able to press that advantage. But right now, it's looking like it doesn't matter because of the sheer amount of force that this GP can execute with the gold lead that he has. I believe it was like 11,000 something, probably
Yes.
12,000 at this point
Yes.
in total gold. He is so strong right now, and TP has failed to shut him down.
Yeah, he is 2.5 items in right now, with the most CS in the game, save for Ashe, of course. But because of his passive, again, can get more gold from killing minions. Not the passive, but the gun. So, pretty rich pirate there. Yarhar, Fiddle DD, Triforce, Essence Reaver, 40% cooldown reduction. So, really going to be seeing a lot of barrels coming out. And again, this Baron is up, the Dragon coming up sooner rather than later. But he's just going to become a top lane split pushing menace for now.
It's a very wide rectangle right now, very
Yes.
fat at the moment. And it's not
yes.
even his form, his final form at the
Yes.
moment. He can just continue to ramp up, and that's what we're seeing him continue to do. Always in this top lane. You think Nasus can only see top lane? Wait till you meet this guy. He's just staying in top lane
Yes.
24/7. The only reason why he has 3, 1, and 2 is because of his ultimates that, by the way, hit like a truck right
Yeah.
now. So it's not like he has to join the fight. Just fight in his ultimate. You'll be fine. This Gangplank, just stay top. Just keep on farming. Keep on trucking. And that's a win condition in and of itself.
Yep, that's right. He is the nuclear bomb that no one is expecting. He's just going to suddenly come into a team fight at like 40 minutes. Triple barrel, boom. Everyone dies.
Yeah, and right now, I'm not sure if TP even recognize the threat because they're not making any conscious effort to try to shut him down. And then again, how do you shut him down? You can't CC him. He'll just remove Scurvy and walk
5-man.
away. 5-man is the answer, but right now, do they even have the resources to spare? Can they even go for something like that? I would wager the answer is no.
Yeah, that's probably the case right now because the dragon is coming up and we see that Rectangle is moving down to the bottom lane. He is ready to fight. Has an infinity edge as well.
Pop.
So much damage going to be coming out from this man if he lands a crit barrel right now. And if I'm TP, I would be super freaked out. I don't know how to deal with this, honestly.
The way you deal with this, right, as you can see NYP is focusing around the dragon, go for Baron. Sure, you trade away Soul Point, but if you have the Baron, you can look for a good fight.
Alright.
Can get a good push. We've seen games basically end off a good Baron.
Yeah.
And that can definitely happen here, but it's not. It looks like that's not quite what TP has planned. It looks like they want to fight for this, and we know that TP like to fight around objectives. It hasn't gone
Yep.
all that well for them just yet.
Yep. I'd like
So
to
we'll
point
have
out
to see
that
whether or not they do it this.
Rectangle here is actually getting caught out.
Ribbon
He
Scarf, there it
oranged,
is.
he flashed. That's the Ashe arrow down. That's the super death ray down as well. The Gangplank ultimate going to come down to zone TP away from this dragon. But Hard EC goes in and he does not get it. It's going to be Mid King who picks it up. And now the fight has broken out. And NYP is going to tear straight through TP. Look at this Ezreal right now. Really online. Triple kill. That's going to be Hard EC trying to run away. Has the movement speed from the Ghost. He should be fine. But the rest of his team is not because they are dead.
Hello, TP. What in the world was that fight? You waste 2 of your most crucial ultimates on a Gangplank who flashed over the wall and is running away. Why would you continue to fight? Sure, your jungler maybe goes in and tries to get a smite. Take a look at this replay, right? They waste the ultimate. Well, not waste, they force the flash from it. And the Vel'Koz uses his disintegration ray on the bush of all
yes.
things. This is when you disengage. The zoning ultimate comes down. This is when you say you commit your jungler to go in and go for the smite, and you disengage the rest of your team. But instead, what we're seeing is a complete obliteration of Temasek Polytechnic squad, only leaving the Hecarim to run away.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wasting so much on that Gangplank there as we see that they're going to be able to take this Baron most likely. And as we come back,
They got
limit
Baron.
testing has fallen. And they got Baron.
Well, they found the limits.
Ah, yes.
Haha, Twitch chat loves that part.
Ah,
Got him.
cringe.
Not us.
Is that our new tagline, Spoots?
Absolutely. The
Alright.
Gerard and Spoots, the Escape Artist and Spoots cast cringe,
Yep.
not us.
Absolutely. Now Mid King is going to start pushing down that top lane. Has found his way back into the game, I would say. Able to fight most of the enemy team.
With his cat around.
Of course, with the
Without
cat.
the cat, it will be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, fair enough. But just taking
High
a look at the
production.
state of the game, once again, the Ezreal now with 3 items has the Death Dance as well. Ashe also nearly 3 items, but had to pick up that Executioner's Calling, and I would
Yeah.
say it's about time.
It's about bloody time.
You
man.
have a Yuumi, you have an Olaf who can lifesteal, you have an Ezreal who can lifesteal, you have a Gangplank who eats oranges for a living. And now it takes you 30 minutes to get this.
Oh, look at that crit from. Look at these
Yeah.
crits from the GP. So much pain coming onto those minions, man.
Yeah, very unfortunate stuff right now as NYP begin barreling down the bottom lane. Rectangle with the barrels. Does not land that triple barrel combo right there, but that's a 1,200 damage crit. And that is absolutely massive. Just like the goal lead that NYP has right now.
Haha, absolutely is. 8k at 30 minutes could be a bit of an issue to deal with here.
Yep, Hard EC actually trying to hang around for the flank. The Ash arrow missed right there.
Unlucky.
And that's another tool that TP could use to try to get out of the fights. That is now wasted. And because of that, NYP are able to take down this mid lane inhibitor turret. And they're going for the inhibitor as well. The inhibitor starting to get taken down right now. P-Chan gonna finish that one off. And Shockwave whiffs actually there from I Love Tofu, who is now jumped on. And Mid King, he's alone. He has no cat on him, but Hard EC alone as well. Gonna get
Wait a minute.
taken down. The fight has broken out and looks like NYP is just tearing through TP once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like NYP has picked up the second round. They move over to match point now. Everything in the next game is on the line for TP. They need to win the next one if they want to keep themselves in the series. But for now, NYP take game 3.
Game 2, Game 3 doesn't matter. NYP move to match point right now. It's going to be 2-1 in this best of 5 series. We'll have to see whether our TP can come back in the next one to bring us to a Game 5. But what can I say? What a clean performance from NYP.
Yeah, really very clean stuff from them. Really showing that, no nonsense anymore. We're not going to give any chances for you to come back. Just methodical play, not going to risk any smites there, making it very clear to Hard EC that he's not going to be able to steal any of the objectives. And yeah, really just decent methodical play coming out from them.
Yeah, and that's the issue, right? It came from draft, right? TP has lost draft twice in a row now, I would wager. They could have had a good game. They could have, picked Caitlyn first, gone for the Jax. You win the game that way. It's super duper strong. Just trust me. Off Night says, imagine picking 2 winning lanes and 1 even lane and losing laning phase.
Ah, yes.
I mean,
thank
that's
you.
fair enough, yeah. And the issue with the draft, right, is that they put themselves on a timer. They say, we have to get ahead early. If not, we lose. And then they didn't get ahead early.
Yep.
And then they lost. And the issue with picking this is that NIP is very strong micro-wise. So why in the world are you trying to match them? Play late game, play macro, do what you do best. Don't put yourself on some sort of strange composition with all the bells and whistles and the strange wind conditions. Just go something straightforward, right? Go for the team fighting composition mid to late game, or go for the 1-4 or the 1-3-1. I think that is one of the main avenues. Let's go back to basics. That's all I can tell TP, right?
That's right. Do what you do best. Some wise words here from Spoot as we head over to another break.
No.
Oh, not yet. We're not heading to another
I
break.
think- I
Spoot
think-
has more to say.
No. Production wants us to look in our magic little corner. What do
Oh,
we have
yes,
here?
that's right. The magic
Oh,
little
we
corner
have a spider.
where
Yeah,
we have a
spider's
spider.
still here, yeah.
And what is this?
Oh,
Oh, look!
what's this?
It is a Campus Legends jersey right here.
I'm
which-
holding it the wrong way.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know what they want to.
There we go.
I
We
don't
just-
know
we
what
just
they
show
want
it
us
off.
to do with
We
it.
show
by
it
the way. They
off.
just pull it out of nowhere.
Yes.
It's very strange. Here, the spider can sit on it. Here you go.
No. Let the spider wear it.
Oh, let the spider wear it. Okay.
Yes. There we go. Excellent stuff
There
here.
we go. Wonderful. This is
Spooderman here. Spinnerack in a Campus Legends jersey. What more could you ask for, really? And now we're actually going to be going for that break.
yeah.
But when we come back, what could be the last match of Campus Legends 2020? Stay tuned. You do not want to miss this.
it simple. Okay.
It's easy to smile with Cheesy 7. 7 amazing cheeses plus cream cheese. Your slice of simple, 50% off.
JBL presents the sounds of victory. JBL Quantum Gaming headsets, because every sound matters.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I am Escape Artist, and I'm joined by Off Night or Silver Sky. Silver Sky, right?
Silvery Sky.
Silvery Sky
I
in
need
the
to
Twitch
search
chat,
for more.
who has been offering his in-depth analysis the past game, as I've been reading on my tablet here. This very nice Samsung tablet. Samsung, of course, is one of our sponsors. This is also shot with a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G. But yeah, now that you're back here, anything you want to say to your growing audience, your growing fan base out there?
I have a fan base.
Yes, you do.
What? Okay. Yes, that's all I have to say to my fan base if I have any.
Excellent. So hit him up for coaching, for what else do you do?
Uh,
Casting, of course.
Casting.
Yes, hit him up.
I do a bit of other stuff on the side.
That's right. We are in the last, what could be actually the last game of the NYP versus TP final series, and the draft has begun. So let's head over to that and see what happens.
The first thing I want to see right now is please TP, if you pick 2 priority lanes and a even lane, you know you have the lead in 2 lanes and you're even in top lane. Please make plays. You have the lead. You can't just give everything to your opponent. You let them
Yep.
scale up even though you had the priority. What? You can't do that.
Yeah, I just want to point out that the words Temasek Poly and Nanyang Polytechnic are kind of the wrong way around. So on blue side, it is NYP. On red side, it is TP, and NYP is 1 game up. So again, Nanyang Polytechnic are the ones who are banning out the Vi and the Volibear, and it is TP who is banning out the Lee Sin and the Caitlyn. And again, Caitlyn, something that you always see NYP pick up until this point when TP is like, you know what? Let's just ban it. Forget about it.
There's enough of that. The Caitlyn is such a beast in NYP's game so far. They're not gonna take the risk anymore. We've
Yes.
seen the TP versus NYP versus SP games where Caitlyn basically was the very strong deciding
Yep.
factor of the wins, just being a reliable early game carry that can
Yes.
transition very well into the late game as well. So Caitlyn's off the table. Mordekaiser we've seen to great extent as well in the first game, and Lee Sin one of the favorite champion picks by the
Yeah,
jungler.
by
Mid-King.
Mid King, of course, and as you can tell here, well, at the very least, NYP have shown some respect to the mid lane and banned out that Vel'Koz as well, of course.
Vel'Koz
from the previous
outrages
round.
Orianna. That's
Yeah.
the main reason of why it's so hard to play against Ori. You just why it's so hard for Ori to play against Vel'Koz. You just outrange him, blast him as fast as you can. If he walks up to you, you can just knock him back and laser him to death.
Yep, that's right. They can laser him to death, and on the side of TP, they pick up the Wukong once again. That will probably go into the hands of Fam up in the top lane. We saw that in the first game. That was to not such a great, it was not such a great pick. I mean, it was decent, of course, because it is Wukong, but it did not impact
did
the
a few
game as
wombo
much as I would like
combos.
to see. Regardless, though, Lulu being picked up, and this signals to me that TP are looking for a hyper carry late game. So maybe a Kog'Maw,
Combo
maybe
is
a
so out of meta.
Twitch. It is out of meta, yes.
I mean, at this point, it's match point, and
Yeah.
it's not in your favor. You have to pull out all the stops somehow.
Exactly.
And we see Malphite coming. Ori Malphite.
All right,
select
guys, pick
combo.
pick Yasuo. Pick Yasuo right
no,
now.
No. Don't
on
bait
the side
them
of
into it.
NYP.
Don't bait them
I want to
into
see
it.
that P-Chan Yasuo plays, and it's actually going to be a boring champion, most likely.
200,
200
years,
years of
OP
balance. Again, in the bot lane. But here's the thing. Spoods always talks about how Ashe is the #1 counter to Aphelios. And Ashe is not banned.
And Olaf is picked instead, so
Yeah.
we will be holding that off. Maybe Temasek Poly will want that Aphelios, but as you mentioned, Hyper Carry, there are a lot of options available. You can't ban all of them out. I believe what NYP will want to do is, you already locked in the Malphite, you already locked in the Orianna, just boom boom, everyone's dead. Or at least the Hyper Carry is dead, so it's no longer an issue so long as he gets insta-bursted.
Boom, boom, everyone is dead. And Trundle, something that we've kind of seen fall out of favor a little right now in the jungle. And that's something that's picked up. Meanwhile, Spoods off-screen raging about the fact that the Jax that he has touted as the best top laner has not been picked up at all in this series. And TP now moving on to the second ban phase. They opt to ban out the Blitzcrank. NYP gonna follow that one up with the Vayne, just gonna try to eliminate the potential hyper carry list that TP can kind of follow up on.
Maybe they'll ban Jinx? Jinx is a long-range ADC. I don't know. At this point,
don't
there's
know.
a lot of hyper carries that are out of the meta
Yes.
right now. So it's a toss-up. You don't know who is actually going to be on the table right now,
Yeah.
as TP might be hiding their pick. I don't believe they need to. They basically telegraphed that they wanted a front-to-back team comp. Wukong, Trundle. Your mid laner is probably going to be Corki or Azir,
Yeah.
standard magic DPS.
Just pick the AD carry now. Leave the counter pick for your mid lane.
Okay.
Oh wait, I am dumb. I did not notice the Orianna first pick. But okay, Galio, that works out.
Okay, I really like NYP's team comp right now. It's a very standard kite back comp.
Mhm.
Your opponents can never fight you, and we see that Ezreal Yumi coming back again. So
Yep.
right now, they have a lot of options. Malphite can always engage in, Olaf can just run in, and we saw this. Is this basically the same comp as last game?
Very nearly saved the Malphite.
Malphite, right?
It was a, what was it, Mordekaiser? No, it wasn't Mordekaiser. It was something else in the top lane. Something else.
Gangplank.
But yes, Gangplank. But now Xayah in the top lane, in the bot lane.
Okay, so
Dear Lord, Freudian slips, my friends.
okay, the thing is, Xayah is not your standard hyper carry, so but he's still a very strong carry in his
Of
own
course.
right. Usually you like to pair out with Rakan, you go for the level 1 cheese, Rakan's grand entrance with the movement attack speed coming in from Xayah that buffs
Yep.
him as well. They go for the Lulu, which is a safer pick. Weird to me, but it works. Xayah is a very self-sufficient ADC,
Yes.
able to dodge out that Malphite ulti as well.
Yeah, actually, the fact that you can dodge out the Malphite ulti, I like the fact that you pointed that out because not many AD carries can do that. In fact, I would say Xayah is probably one of the only ones that can have a decently reliable way of dodging this Malphite ultimate.
There are 3 ADCs, I think. There's Ezreal, there's Xayah, and if you time it well, you can do Tristana as well.
Well, Ezreal has been picked by the other
Yeah,
side.
that's true, that's true.
But yeah, Xayah, decent pick right there, especially with the Lulu. I believe that could lead to some late game shredding, not to mention the fact that NYP generally don't have a lot of tanks. I mean, they have Malphite, I guess, but that's basically it. Olaf is not qualified enough to be a tank, can be shredded down by the Xayah's crit strikes late game. So I think things are looking pretty decent here for TP's comp. What do you think about NYP's though?
NYP's comp, I just love it. Just because of the sheer fact that you trade out your Gangplank for a strong front line, so you have a bit more beef in your at the start. You have a bit less disengage because Gangplank, of course, has the Sparrows, the extremely powerful disengage we saw in our previous games. It's no longer, I mean, we can see that it's not big. So, but right now, NYP having that very strong front to back and able to kite back is very huge for them right now, I believe. They're going to be a huge threat to TP Zaya pick, I would say it's pretty nice to dodge out the Malphite's ulti.
Mhm.
It's probably the biggest threat you'll ever face in this game so far. But I'm not very sure if it's enough to deal with what NYP has, because we see NYP just strong arm their way into the finals, basically just manhandled TP for the past 2 games. I
Yeah.
don't think that they can pull it off. That's a problem.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Manhandling TP the past 2 games. And basically now with nearly the same comp, you really need to think to yourself, what have TP changed? How are they going to be able to stave off the potential assault that will come from this NYP comp? Again, they have the Olaf Yumi, which is a very reputable combo for being able to just Ragnarok in and use the final chapter to bind people up as well. So, on the side of TP now, what can they do against this comp?
Right now, your main carry is Zaya. You need to feed that Zaya and you need to make plays. The thing about TP is they haven't really been on a proactive seat. I really want them to. They have Galio,
Mhm.
they have Trundle. They have very good diving potential just because of these two tanky front lines that have Galio says semi-global presence no matter what. And Wukong with teleport, you can do a lot of things with that 5-man bot gangs, and you need to pull that off. We've seen some very fancy footwork by Ezreal. Pichan managing to dodge out that Ashe in the previous game. It was pretty huge, but regardless, TP must break NYP. They force themselves into
Yes.
this corner, and this is match point. Everything's on the line.
Absolutely right. This corner right now is the last place that TP can stand before NYP push them out of the tournament and claim the victory, the title of Campus Legend. TP, this is the comp that they need to use to make a statement for themselves to say, hey, you're not going to take this one from us so easily. We're going to be heading to Champion Select any moment right now. But just a question here. Who do you think is going to win this?
You know, I'll play the role of Spoots here.
Of course.
TP. But I legit do believe that NYP has a stronger draft.
Uh-huh.
I believe they have a stronger mental going to this game because
Of course.
2 wins in a row, it could be a very easily clean sweep.
Yep.
Right now, TP, they don't have as a good team comp as previous game,
Mhm.
which means they set themselves back a little more. They went for some comfort picks with like Zaya, I believe, because Zaya is not in the meta for a while. Zaya
Yes.
Rakan combo is, it's kind of beloved last season, but that's so last season.
That is
Uh,
so last season.
and unfortunately for them, they got a few strong picks like Galio, that Trundle, and then Wukong especially, but they didn't really pull anything off with that. They need to start making proactive plays. If they let your opponent dictate the fights, most of the fights are going to go to your opponent's way. You can't react perfectly.
That's right. You need to have some perfect reactions there, especially when you're on that Zaya. You need to use that Feather Storm to dodge out the critical spells because NYP have themselves a mean wombo combo with the Orianna and the Malphite as well as the Olaf and Yumi charge straight in. So they really need to watch their steps, watch where they fight because again, we keep stressing this over and over again, but it's true. Everything right now is on the line for TP. If they lose this, then that means that they lose the series and NYP will be crowned Campus Legends. And if they win this, they bring it to real match points. The game 5, bust out the Silver Scripts for that one. We're still keeping the Silver Scripts in reserve for now. But just in case,
Just in case.
it's definitely possible that TP take this one back. Although you do have to think that NYP, as you mentioned, have the stronger comp, have the stronger mental game as well. So, yeah, it's pretty much.
We'll see where this goes. Right now, I do believe that NYP's. If you break down the team card for NYP's, right, it's very clear cut who's going to carry, right? I mean,
Yep.
you really talk about TP. The Zaya's going to be the main beneficiary. He's going to be the main carry. On the side of TP, it's also going to be Ezreal, the counterpart of the counter ADC of Zaya to do the carry for his team. Orianna is going to be supportive, but he does quite a bit of damage at home. But Ezreal is the main carry.
Yep, that's right. And we are on Summoner's Rift. It's 30 seconds until minion spawn. Once again, potentially the final game of NYP versus TP. Potentially the final game of Campus Legends 2020 right now. So everything, again, on the line for TP. They need to win this one. And we're going to see if they can do it this game.
Last game, they saw a very cheesy play coming in from that Olaf, And I believe Gangplank, they managed to just sneak into the opponent's top side, steal their blue buff. Not just steal their blue buff, basically kill both their top laner and jungler, trading 1 for 2 in the process, and that was huge coming in. Right now, they're not going to do any kind of unexpected plays. They're just going to do very standard, because that Trundle is a lot stronger compared to Hecarim, especially in the early levels. Because Hecarim is his level 2, he can charge at you. Right
Yeah, that's
now,
right.
It's standard, it's standard.
It's a parallel, perpendicular start, I guess you could call it, because Olaf is starting at the blue top side, Trundle starting at the blue bot side. Well, geometry aside, that means that both junglers are going to be pathing opposite ways, unless we see some vertical jungling, which may happen considering the fact that the bot lane of NYP is the Ezreal Yuumi lane, which is definitely not the strongest lane in terms of power.
It definitely isn't supposed to be shoving this hard, but you know.
Yeah, no, the only reason why it's shoving that hard is because they didn't need to give
Oh
a
yeah,
leash.
they didn't leash.
So,
It's a good play too. They hit where Olaf started, so they don't know where Olaf's going.
yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, that is a critical cooldown right there, because the cooldown of Arcane Shift at level 1 is like, what, 28 seconds now?
He'll be fine. Probably.
Possibly, but he needs to be a little careful of where the feathers land, because he could take a fair chunk of damage if he's not careful. Again, of course, with proper play, everything should be alright. But then again, when is there ever proper play?
Game of Thrones?
Ah, yes, that's right. League of Legends number 1, Game of Thrones. Just taking a look at the junglers once again at their red buffs now. Olaf is pathing down towards the bot side, probably going to just do a full clear and recall. Looks like Heart EC on the side of TP is going to be doing the exact same for now.
Remember when I said bot lane is going to be a key focus? Trundle is not in this bot lane. That's something I don't really like, unfortunately. Because you really want to snowball your Zarya ahead of the Ezreal. Try to, force him out of lane. Because here is so vital for Ezreal. You need to stack it as early as possible. And by forcing something to happen at bot lane, you can make sure Ezreal is not part of that fight for a very long time. And right now, both of the junglers are aiming for their Scuttle Crab.
Yep, that's right.
Trundle's top side, Olaf's bot side. It's a very fine trade. Olaf now just going to check if there's any camps left behind, but it's going to be met with a resulting no.
Yeah, that's right. Both junglers just have the power to full clear everything, and as you can see, Heart EC gonna basically do the exact same thing. That being said, the top lane is very diveable. Rectangle, he's hanging around right now, has himself that Malphite passive. Heart EC does see that the Gromp is coming up. You should take it, man, because down over in your jungle, we have the Olaf stealing the exact same camp. Heart EC just gonna start pounding away on that one, and Olaf now sees that the bot lane looks rather gankable. Is gonna be hanging around that one. Has not been spotted out by any vision. There is no Blast Cone, I believe, either, so he's probably just gonna recall.
There's no way he's going to gank unless he's going to flash past the turret or run past it. And this stage, you don't want to do that. He's back at base. Trundle's going to take everything he can from the top side of Olaf's jungle though, so that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that means that now Trundle is one camp ahead of the Olaf. Yeah, gets a little interrupted there, but I Love Tofu actually with no mana there. And if I'm human, landed that Justice Punch, you could feel that that perhaps would be a summoner spell, at the very least blown from the Orianna.
A summon spell in the end. Olaf now spots out that Trundle has taken his camp, so he's gonna be a bit careful there, but Trundle is already way back in his base. There's nothing to be afraid of. Orianna is teleporting back to lane. He has to be a bit careful, but looks like Galio is just backing off. He doesn't have enough mana to take the fight. So both of the mid laners are gonna... Oh, nice! Good read. So now Galio's back has been delayed even further, so Orianna can try to shove or freeze. In this case, I believe he should shove because Olaf is now taking that dragon.
That's right, Heart EC is here, but then again, Galio has teleport, does not have level 6. However, and right now the fight has begun. Mid King is dropping pretty low. Yeah, the flash from Heart EC, is there enough damage? He picks up the first blood, and now P-chan forced to run away. Has the Yuumi cat on him. He's going to have to Arcane Shift over that wall. They barely had enough mana to do that. But TP, they pick up first blood, and now they have dragon control.
So that was one of the proactive plays that backfired on side of NYP. It was well answered by TP. They knew that in the previous few games, Mid King has been trying to sneak away this dragon multiple times, and this time they said, "Nah, we're not gonna let you have it. We gave you 2 games. We're not gonna give you a 3rd game for free." As they take the dragon for themselves.
Yeah, that's right. Just need to be a little mindful of the smite there. Hard EC gonna take that one away. They're gonna be very happy about that. Building small leads, but
Oh
these leads can
boy.
definitely snowball. But top side, things looking a little rough here. 3 platings already taken down by Rectangle.
Rectangle on that Malphite I believe he's just slapping that Wukong out of lane, and Wukong with that teleport as well. He's on a healthy CS deficit, and the turret is so far. Okay, so even though Malphite is not the main carry, you always appreciate a little bit more gold.
Yep. Of course, you always want to appreciate that little bit more gold and put that Wukong as far behind as possible. That being said, the CS numbers are fairly similar, but always just getting that top prio with that Malphite, Barmy, Cinder gives your jungler more space, and now that Rift Herald is coming up, space is definitely needed.
Space is definitely needed, and we've seen previously that against teams like NYP, against teams like SIM who try to hard micro their way,
Yep.
you just straight away just take the objectives away from them and make the plays before they even react. I would like to see them try for the Rift Herald play, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in them rotating right now.
Right now, I'm just wondering why is this Xayah lane getting shoved in so hard by P-Chan and JYZ? It's odd to me because I feel like Ezreal Yumi should never be the lane that is shoving forward. It's
They
just
can't
odd.
really poke it out, and Lulu is very, very... I don't know. He's there to leech XP at this point for now.
Yeah.
P-Chan's not going to go for anything drastic, so that Lulu is just to make sure your laner is safe. Prepare for the mid-game ulti that Xayah every time you can.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. There's not much he's going to try to do right now, as we see mid-king get
Yeah.
spotted out again.
Yep, that's right. Hard EC already popped the Blast Cone though, and the Rift Herald's only half down. So keep your eyes on that eye, because Hard EC is not going to pop it. He's going to let the Rift Herald settle down. But Malphite doing a lot of damage to the Wukong, still has the unstoppable
goodbye,
force.
boys.
And that is the combo right there. Galio jumping in. Is there going to be enough from him? The answer looks like it's no. I'm Human flashing over the wall, but he's on the wrong side of the map, and you have to think that he is going to be going down. The only question is, who are they going to give the gold to?
Oriana? Yeah,
It's gonna be Oriana.
Love tofu. Okay, so that was... Okay, that was a reactory play, but unfortunately did not pay out. What happened so badly was that your members were not ready. Oriana
Yeah.
was there before Galio, because
Yeah.
Galio tried to do a grand entrance. It was unfortunate. Not enough time during that tiny space as we see small skirmish at board. Nothing's
Yeah.
going to happen there.
I think another problem is just that Hard EC went over the wall too soon. He saw the Rift Herald's health, so he should have known that, you know, there's no way that Olaf can do 3,000 damage to Rift Herald in like 5 seconds, so he probably shouldn't have gone. Regardless, that means that Mid King is going to be able to pick up that Rift Herald. The tempo is going to swing back in the favor of NYP.
Okay,
You
as
see a
you
little
can
replay.
Okay, I believe it started out with Malphite slapping the heck out of Wukong. Just look at that. He's already half HP, and Malphite only used that, his E and his auto attacks. Slapping Wukong, ulti, there's a wombo combo we're talking about all game. Galio joins the fight, but it's way too late. Rectangle's already safe. It's just basically a very clean fight because... TP, what are you doing when you're not ready for a fight? Wukong is getting slapped around. You took a fight way too early on too many fronts.
That's absolutely right. They're not timing it properly. Now they pay the price with the Rift Herald being taken away, in addition to, I think, what, 3 kills given over to NYP? Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
3
that's
kills.
Another thing about this Malphite pick is Malphite is so OP against physical damage top
Yes.
laners, just because of fact building armor gives you damage, building armor gives you a lot of survivability as an item, but you get a bit of damage on your ground slam, which has a armor
Yes.
scaling, which is ridiculously good.
Yeah, and I believe a W also gives you a % additional armor.
Ah yes, helps. So
Also, whoa, this is a lot of damage here. The shockwave coming out from I Love Tofu. That being said, a Justice Punch, more like a Justice Retreat there. Galio just dashes out.
okay, and now Hard EC is already spotted by the wall. He tries a lane game, but he's already He walked through towards. There's no scanner.
Yeah, he is spotted out here. The man has no scanner. It's not up for him. He's still hanging around, but
And
mid-king
mid-king.
hanging around top. And this is definitely the turret going down. Fab just going to dash to him to try to get out. Ragnarok being popped. Who has more damage? The answer is mid-king. Is he going to find one more undertow? Yes, he does. He picks up that solo kill on the top laner, and the Rift Herald takes the first turret as well.
The only criticism I have is the goal is going to Malphite. But at this point, I mean, you take free goal
Yeah.
anywhere. That's possibly a turret. Oh, Hard EC is going for that Dragon Trade, but
Yeah,
there's
but
a
look at how much
second
they're losing.
turret.
That's 2 turrets right there in the top lane for NYP. 1 kill in exchange for 1 Mountain Dragon.
And turret plating is going down mid as well. Oriana's another beneficiary of this. Everyone on the top side of NYP is so happy with this result.
Yes, that's right. The only place where NYP is not playing towards is their bot lane, and that's absolutely fine because you have Ezreal, Yumi again, as I said.
It's the safest
not
bot lane ever.
a strong lane to fight with. But you have that Malphite with armor, you have that Oriana who has 2 kills. You definitely want to be fighting around them instead.
Oh, and remember that Galio doesn't have a lot of scaling. He's
course.
a lot of it comes from his base damage. And in this case, you don't have to really care too much if you're Malphite. Just build all that armor. Make Zaya unhappy that he ever existed in this game.
Yeah, and right now that's what they're trying to do to the Ezreal. That W there from limit testing was perhaps a little early, but Hard EC is just coming down here to chomp the turret, I guess, but that's a decent route there from P-Chan, but teleports are coming in. Look at this, Zaya is already so low, tanked up more turret shots than necessary. And here
Boom,
comes that
baby.
unstoppable force. Right now, Hard EC is sure to go down. The Galio coming down to try to save him. He's running away with a sliver of
Teleport.
health, and here comes Fab. He is so deep in trying to get in, but there's just not enough damage on him. There's so much healing on that Yumi, and now forced to retreat. Love LL gonna use that Zaya Featherstorm, tries to keep himself alive. The taunts, the CC is coming out, but there's just not enough damage. Where is Zaya? She's not in range to hit anyone at all. And P-Chan is firing away Mystic Shot after Mystic Shot, and that is winning NYP the fight.
Okay, so that was a huge play by NYP. And what was DP doing? Their teleports were so late. They're not prepared for that fight at all.
You don't have a Shen this time to bait out a dive here from P-Chan, so I advise you guys just back away TP.
And remember, and if you notice at the map, Olaf was not even part of the fight. It was a
Yeah.
4v5 and they won it.
Oh,
and
he's
right
part
now
of the fight now. Ragnarok straight in. Not even needed. I Love Tofu picking up that killing spree right now. And Hard EC walks back into his jungle. Or should I say, it's now disputed territory.
definitely disputed as well. There's not much you can do. There's so much pressure coming in that Olaf is so fat now. Oriana 3 kills up as well. Ezreal is fine being the late game solution. So, you know, he doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be super fat right now.
That's right, really. Doesn't need to be super fed because the rest of his team is already super fed. Oriana, 3-0-2, has the Ludens. Malphite, 1-0-3, has himself a Sunfire Cape, has a Glacial Shroud against the what? Nearly full AD comp right here. The only magic damage comes from Galio. And as you mentioned, Galio doesn't scale very well in terms of that. So, basically, nearly full AD comp. You have so much armor. Stonks.
It is very stonks. And, well, interesting thing is that the Olaf has picked out the Mercury threats. In this case, I'm not sure if there's enough CC to warrant a Merc threats or enough magic damage as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
But, never mind.
No,
Oh well, goodbye.
Lavelle gonna get True Shot Barrage in the face. P-Chan gotta pick that one up. Rather easy kill, I'd have to see.
Ezreal typically doesn't have CC, but with that Yumi, just basically, you have to respect your distances. Ezreal can cover a huge space in time, and Yumi's range is also pretty large, so you have to be very careful, especially when your ulti was a cooldown.
Yep, that's right. Right now, things on side of TP, they don't look like they're playing very carefully, honestly. So, I guess we learn, hopefully.
And that's turret going down.
Yep.
P-Chan's gonna be online soon. He's building towards his Triforce.
Yep, and now the question is, can you put a rock in between a pillar? The answer is no, but for now, Rectangle is going to be staying alive.
Hi, guys.
Uses the Unstoppable Force, gets himself over the wall, gets out alive, and that's Cyclone down, as well as Subjugate, which did a fair amount in shrinking the armor, but still Malphite makes it out alive, and now in the mid lane there's a 3-man siege, but here comes I'm Human, lands the taunt onto I Love Tofu. He's in a weird spot, but that shockwave, once again, time and time again, this man landing massive shockwaves. No one goes down on the side of TP just yet. I Love Tofu still trying to run away from that. Trundle gonna get Justice punched out one more time, gonna get taunted, and you have to think he is definitely going down. The
Save the
shutdown
cat.
going over to that cat, but the True Shot Barrage snipe straight onto limit testing, and that means that NYP get one back from themselves, and also Ezreal is just free pushing this bottom lane right now. He doesn't even need to move over. He can try to assassinate Lovell if he's feeling like it, and he is not. Again, NYP in solid control of the game, and TP are not doing anything to help their case right now.
Oh boy, TP, that was your chance, and you really gave out that chance. Are they going for this? I don't think you can.
Yeah, this is not gonna be working out right now for Rectangle. I think, that being said, the Olaf has popped the Ragnarok, and there is enough healing, I believe, on that Yuumi to keep them alive. I'm Human is going to be going down now. Hard EC trying once again to be the front line that his team needs. Not exactly the tankiest member, but limit testing, stepping forward again, and keep your eyes on that Malphite ultimate. It is nearly up. He can re-engage in a few seconds if he wants to, and they can keep chasing this one. Look at that. Yuumi heals mid king, just going to run up, hit limit testing down, and I believe the Unstoppable Force will be up in another second here. This fight is just going on, and Hard EC is just going to go down. Rectangle has the Unstoppable Force once again, can go in if he wants to do so. Might just use it to find limit testing, but he's just going to hold it. They're going to go for the Cloud Dragon instead.
Okay, at this point, what can you do with your TP? There's almost nothing. Right now, you're very far behind, and one thing you mentioned in the previous fight is so much healing. Where is Grievous Woods? Where is Execution's Calling? Where is your Morello? Of course, you're not going to build Morello on that Galio, but you need something to do a lot of Grievous Woods, because everyone is going to receive so much healing from that Yuumi. So much health coming in, and nobody is able to reduce it. That's how Olaf, that's how that Malphite is able to survive that entire fight so far. They just go very low. Yuumi press one button, and they're healthy. There's nothing they can do.
Absolutely right. Nothing that they can really do at this point in time. The scoreline is 10-2. NYP are 6,000 gold ahead, and this right now looking like the most decisive game that they have played so far, and that is saying something.
Decisive game, and right now they spot out this Rift Herald, but I don't know if
what
they
can
can
they
do
do?
anything. Galio's not here. Zaya's busy dancing with Ezra in mid lane. Right now,
Okay. Maybe they can do something. Hard EC does have the flash. Is he going to try to go for the
he's 2
steal?
levels down. He's 2 levels down.
Yikes. The Rift Herald stuck on 2,000 health. Hard EC trying to find his way in, but mid king is on the offensive once again. Pops that Ragnarok. Goes straight in. Final chapter roots up that Wukong. And sure, he's spinning around, but absolutely nothing. And that Unstoppable Force right there. The Malphite just going straight in. Peach unable to follow up. There's no one threatening this Ezreal right now. Just firing auto attacks and mystic shots. A little bit of a spectator bug there, but it doesn't matter because Love L is forced to flash. There's a fair amount of damage being landed, and that's actually a shutdown right now. This might be a little bit of overcommitment, but I'm sure I'm Human is going to fall down, and NYP pick up the ace.
The thing about this fight is, all I can say right now is, NYP won the fight. They lost one member. I would like to point out that in this fight and the previous fight, Oriana's ulti whiffed. It completely hit nobody. It jumped back to herself. And at this point, they don't even need it to win the fight. Just look at this. Just running down your opponent. The very strong root coming out from Yuumi, forcing everyone to back. Malphite's ulti scores on 2 people. There's basically nothing they can do because they're just running for their lives. They can't even do damage back.
Yes.
It's all about cutting your losses. And at this point, you're cutting your losses and your entire team getting ace.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the shockwave completely whiffed during that fight as well. And somehow, they were still able to find the victory. That just speaks words about how NYP is ahead in this game right now.
It's almost a 10k goal lead at 20 minutes mark. I believe this is the biggest we've seen the entire SGCL. This is the finals.
The final game,
NYP is making a statement.
right here at that jungle.
Boy. It's a solid 2k up for every single role, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Except for ADC and perhaps the mid lane. That's like 1.4k.
Yeah,
and,
which is
support
still a
definitely.
lot. By
It's
the
still
way.
a lot. It's a
Yeah.
full component.
Yeah.
And right now, Baron's on the table. I don't know if you want to risk it as NYP because you're so strong in a commanding seat right now.
Risk it? I don't know how much of a risk it would be. I think that they can try to take it to force TP to basically charge in and try their very best, but they might not even need to do that because Hard EC there nearly walked into a potential death brush, but Rectangle has the ball on him. You need to keep your eyes on that rock there because he's an unstoppable force. Can use that one to easily engage and find a team fight because of just how far ahead his team is once again. And right now, Mid King, or should I say Raven, level 12 compared to his jungler, level 10. So on this Olaf with this Yuumi, practically unstoppable. They can
Human corner?
possibly duo this Baron. It'll take a while. But now they've been spotted out already, so I don't think that's going to be happening. Hard EC is still hanging around. However, does he have Flash? He does actually, but I'm Human is going to be going on to I Love Tofu.
Oh
but then
boy!
Shockwave, where did the health bars go? Nice ultimate there by the Xayah, but it's too little too late. Malphite just going to slam down, get a triple kill, and the rest of TP is just dead. Hard EC, the last one alive, going to get run down by Raven, who lands another undertow, and it's going to be P-chan who picks up that kill, and for sure NYP can find the inhibitor at the very least.
TP is trying to pull out all the stops, but they're way too far behind. But the thing is, why would you engage on Olaf Yuumi taking Baron when Ezreal is not there? Orianna is not there on the map at least. You can't tell where those two are. They're the main source of DPS to take that Baron. As we see the fight coming in again, here is where everything went wrong for TP. Oh look, we are going to catch that Orianna. And the ball just catches both Lowell and limit testing and that shot with... oh boy.
Oh my
Huge
goodness.
combo. That's beautiful.
Disgusting stuff right there.
You can't just corral into a tiny chokehold like that. And
That's right.
we mentioned before, Xayah is able to dodge out all those key ultimates, key spells by using his ultimate, and
That's right.
he just walks into
Yeah,
it.
that last-
Doesn't matter.
The last team fight there should be rated R for extreme violence. Absolutely painful to watch. TP get demolished. That being said, the Cloud Dragon is up, and of course NYP, they're definitely going to take this. They have the Wombo Combo champions. They want to have their cooldowns on their ultimates to be even shorter, and might I just point out that JYZ on the Yuumi here is 0-0 and 14 and has 16 stacks on his Magi's at the moment.
The good thing about Yuumi is, I mean, you don't die until the rest of your team is
Yeah.
dead. So at the very least, Magi stacks usually last very long.
Of course.
So right now, he's very happy about it. I mean, considering that Malphite is unkillable,
Yeah.
Olaf is nearly unkillable, you're fine. You can
Yeah.
build Magi, just stick to that Malphite and you'll last forever.
But my biggest question for now is TP. Where are your grievous wounds? Come on, guys. Execution is calling. Please.
The thing is, I mentioned
Goodness.
before, Morelos is an option. It's built by Galio, but I don't believe Galio should be building this kind of this much magic damage. I mean, you need grievous wounds, yes, but just throw it on your Xayah, just
Yeah,
throw
exactly.
it on your Wukong.
Xayah's entire... Xayah's passive allows her to just do physical damage to everyone, and I just want to point out here, nice tip-off from Spoods that the Yuumi has 100 more ability power than the Orianna, and I'm sure that's
Magi's.
because of the Magi's, but we might see TP's last stand. They're jumping onto P-chan right now. I'm Human, but he is alone, and here comes the Yuumi just to heal him up. Just going to try to use the hero's exit right there to try to get out, but lands straight on the ball. That's P-chan taking one kill, Midkin taking one kill as well. The Xayah is the last hope of TP, and looks like she's gonna be flashing away, trying to keep herself alive. The hopes and dreams of our TP members right now as limit testing goes down. It's really just Lavelle on the platform, and you have to think that NYP 24-4 are gonna be taking this win as they barrel down that mid lane. They're gonna start working on this one turret. Love L just standing there and watching as her Nexus gets destroyed, and NYP are gonna be the champions of Campus Legends 2020.
Just a little bit more action trying to get that final kill, but that game is more or less secured. Wolf.
Yes, there we go. That is it. NYP, they are the winners. That play is absolutely phenomenal there from there. Especially the last game. Super clean stuff right now. You want to just talk a little bit about your thoughts on the entire series?
I don't understand what TP is doing because usually they draft a comp that clearly states what they are going to do. Oh, we are going to gank our bot lane. We're going to make this guy fat. He's going to carry us the game, but we need to get him fat first.
Yeah.
So what do? Nah, we're fine. We don't need gank for him. What? That
Yes.
that hurts because especially in game 2, they had 2 winning lanes. There are 2 huge winning lanes. They can do something of that. They decided to let their opponent team, which skills better, into the late game. And Gangplank, we saw, was an item and a half ahead of his opponent, I believe, at one point.
Yep.
And everyone was so happy on the side of NYP just to slowly farm up. I thought NYP would need to pull off some massive outplay, but nah, they're just fine farming
Yeah,
up.
that's right. Well, regardless, NYP, congratulations. You are the Campus Legends 2020 champions. Congratulations to TP as well for making it into second place. Once again, that makes NYP a double championship
Twice,
in
2
a
years
row.
in a row.
2 years in a row, that's right. 2 consecutive years being the champion of Campus Legends right now, as Spoods off in the side there laments for Temasek Polytechnic. That is, of course, the school that Spoods goes to. So he tried his very best to support them until the very end, but again, congratulations to them. Second place, still a very big deal. Definitely making the finals 2 years in a row. Maybe next year will be their year. But for now, we're going to be going for a quick break before our quiz. So stay tuned for that.